Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Dear John Show, Sunday 24th of June 2018. And I'm delighted to have you all coming back again. We have a filled show tonight, absolutely filled. I don't want to say too much about it at the minute because I'll wait for some people to come in, and that'll be much better for the rest of us. Everyone will know what we're talking about. I hope your week was good. I hope everything went well. I hope everybody had some good news at least to keep them going. Maxwell Ryder, for when you come in, I've been enjoying following all of your stuff on the World Cup. Wow. And what do you think of Brazil? Germany? Wow. Dear God. England today, 6-1. Oh my God almighty. There's been some absolutely brilliant football. Charlotte Rains, lovely to see you here. Absolutely beautiful. Good morning to you. Yeah, football is the talk this evening. Everybody's there. Hello, Christine. Lovely to see you in too, honey. God, you left it late last night in Berlin. They must have been absolutely nearly digging holes in the ground. 1-0 down. Wow, right up to the last seconds. Germany are brilliant at doing that. Hi there, the Dear John Show. Lovely to see you in as well. Absolutely brilliant. Jump in here each week. Chris Edridge, lovely to see you here, Chris. Well, I'll give you a little bit of what tonight is all about. I'm going to start off. Have to talk about the show and how well everybody is doing and everything is happening here at the show. We now have, within 5-6 weeks, 215 followers. For last week's show alone, we had reached 791 people with 586 engagements. Wow, that is absolutely brilliant. Everybody's doing so well. So well. God, he could have beat them 6-0, Christine. Come on. Good God almighty. They couldn't even keep a clean sheet. Barb Falk, how are you, Barb? How's Canada? Well, as I was saying, we have a lot on for tonight. Tonight is a very special night. Every poem and poet here is new to the show. We're celebrating having gone to 200 followers, and it'll be new red poets tonight. So I'll start off and I'm going to name the poets for you all. Mira Daz, Sudha Dixit, Seema Jayaraman, Sarah Litchi, Liz Ragout, Laura Hughes, Aruna Lakra, Bobby Cook, Billy Pinder Reynard Bowness, David Wagner, Bill Parsons, Mariana Joe Adolin, Renette De Sousa, Benedicta Ruiz, Alana Isgrig, Ina Clendenny, Rose Hanna, Peter Davies, and we have 2 mystery poets for you guys tonight. 2 that you've got to guess who are the writers of these pieces. No hints, no nothing. You're going to have to work it all out for yourselves. So let's see how much you listen to these guys. Or are they going to bamboozle you with these 2 poems? No information whatsoever. My lips are sealed. We have quotes from Chris Edridge. 4 of them all together. 4 short little quotes. 4 lovely little quotes, mind you. And we have the uplifting story just like last week. Absolutely. Hello, Kathy Rains. Nice to see you here. Oh, I'm delighted to hear everything is okay. Barb, absolutely delighted. 20 degrees there today. I would swap you. We're on 31 at the moment. God, I'm dying of death here. I don't like the summer. I really don't like the summer whatsoever. I'm going to start off tonight's show with one of our mystery writers. It's called Dear Sir. I'm not going to say nothing more about the poem or anything else, but it's called Dear Sir. Yeah? And I'll read it out to you. Excuse me, Mr. Diamond, or can I call you Neil? Can you spare me a moment to tell you how I feel? I've been playing second fiddle to yourself and to your band. 50 years is a damn long time. I know you'll understand. I never saw it coming with your solitary man. You so young and handsome, my wife an instant fan. Over the years I was brainwashed, loved every word of every line, and grew to love your music, especially Caroline. Found myself looking forward to and even enjoying all of your shows. On my feet and singing, waving hands and goodness knows. These days it's social media. My wife's joined every group. I get to hear so many things whenever there's a scoop. All the gossip and the comments keeps me right up to date. Amazing conversations, but the bitchiness I hate. Yes, my wife, she loves me, but oh, she loves you too. Me, I just write poetry when I've nothing else to do. So I ask you, Mr. Diamond, if you would be so kind, please send hello to my dearest Anne and give me some peace of mind. Now there was a hint in there. Ina Glendenny, how are you? A big hint in there, Anne. Now, I can't give you any more information on that, guys. You've got to guess who it was that wrote that poem. And you know, I'm going to be very fair to you all. I'm gonna let you have until the end of the show, and then I'll reveal who the poet was. Nina, shh, stop, behave. You know, you haven't got a clue, is the truth. Hello, Diane Reid Burgess, or Diane Burgess. I keep forgetting you've changed, but you're still Diane to us anyway, no matter what. Oh, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte. I'm absolutely I'm befuddled by that. Oh, my God. You big Neil Diamond fan. His wife's name is Anne. And he needs some peace of mind. I mean, there's loads of hints in the graveyard of this one. There really and truly is. Loads and loads. Come on, guys. Get your thinking caps on. Oh, Diane, I'm delighted to see you here. So, on my next part now, I've got to go into this little button down the bottom. Oh no. Everybody said, you know, Diane, there's a lot of people I'm talking to lately are having terrible problems with Facebook. And the show had a few problems with them the other day. Nina's husband, Andy, has now set us up a YouTube page for the Dear John show. Nina will give the link as we go along to go to the page. We went to get the poems, the videos, and share them over. That was terrible trouble. 5 of the videos have just disappeared randomly. But it's 5 in a row. Videos have disappeared. We can't get them back because they're gone, and that's it. I don't know what to say, but we salvaged everything we need to salvage. We're going to do it right from the start of 2018. Anything pre-2018 will be let go. It was a different type of show back then, actually, wasn't it? Really. But we're on the way forward. We'll keep this going forward. I'm shocked at what's happening on Facebook at the moment. It's really absolutely crazy. Nobody knows if they're coming or going. Let's see who I've got in here that I can invite onto here with me. Let me see. Not a great options list on this at all. It gives me just 4 people. Do you know what can I say, guys? Let's bring Christine in. Because you have some great news for us to come back with, haven't you? You've got loads of news for us from the musical that went down on Saturday. And I've seen that you've really enjoyed it.
Hi.
Hello,
Good
Christine.
evening.
How are you? Good evening.
I'm not too bad. Not too bad
Good,
at all.
good. So
Yeah,
come on.
still battling with my cold and my sniffles.
Oh,
But otherwise I'm okay. Yeah.
brilliant. So
Yeah.
tell us, come on. We've seen your little post on Facebook about the children and how well they done. Give us
Yeah,
the
they
spill.
did. They did, bless them. They did really well. So I was very moved by the whole thing. You know, it's delightful to have your piece performed, isn't it?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, it went down very well, I think. So yes, we did well.
So give us the scoop. Were they thrilled with themselves?
Oh, they were. Yeah, the kids loved
Good.
it. They had a great time. Yeah, they
That's
really
the most
did.
important. Yeah, that's the most important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, they did. So yes, I was very, very proud of them. I was.
Oh,
My little
how
babes.
magic.
Yeah, very sweet. Terribly sweet. Yeah.
We have one of the new poetesses that's just come in. I don't mean a new poetess, I mean one of the new people to the show, one of the new poets to the show,
Yeah.
Laura Hughes. Hello, Laura, how are you? Laura's given us a poem tonight. I've just read out all of the poets that will be on tonight, yeah?
Yeah, I'm afraid I missed your introduction. Sorry, I got waylaid, so
You
I
know,
missed the whole first bit. But anyway, I'll catch up later on the recording.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's right?
sorry about that.
We have 19 listed and two unlisted. The first unlisted one has gone out, which is a mystery poem that we started
Yes,
last.
I
So
just
the
came in
mystery poem,
as you were mentioning that. That's just
did
where I
you?
caught up with you. But I'm afraid I missed the poem, so I can't join the competition. What a shame.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The what's my God? But we have 21 in total tonight.
Super,
Yeah.
great.
So it's well split up and it's well let out. I'm really excited tonight because they're all new poets, which means it's a growing community. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
great.
it'd be very good for growing the community even bigger. I mean, we see so many poets out there each day that we go on Facebook, and it's in a group, it's static, and it's not going out anywhere, even among themselves in other groups. Yeah, and I think we're
Yeah,
doing brilliant in
we are.
highlighting and bringing it forward and building that community outside. It's inside Facebook, but outside of the Facebook level. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's great. It's lovely. We've got, so you
I'm
said
not like,
about what, 200 listeners or something now?
we have 215 followers.
Brilliant.
That's an instant 215 people when we press the button to start the show because they followed. Yeah?
Great.
I mean, we
Yeah,
have numerous likers. If they press the follow button, they'll be notified when the show comes on. And
yeah,
the followers will grow again, yeah? And
definitely. Yeah,
I'm loving the growth. The growth is beautiful. To know that we have so many people coming together, it's absolutely magic.
it is. It's so lovely for the poets as well. I'm really delighted that we
Absolutely.
can get their word out. That's what
Yeah.
we're here for, isn't it? So,
Big
it's
style.
really good
Yeah.
to do that.
Well, they're the number one focus. They are the
Yes.
number one focus. We need their work in order for this show to go out.
Yeah,
Hello,
absolutely.
Lisa D. McGraw. Lovely to see you. And just have a word with Lisa for a second because Charlotte's asked her if she wanted to come on and read one of her own poems at some stage.
Good.
So I'm going to do it in front of everybody instead. I'm going to say, Lisa, we're waiting for your response. Are you going to come on and read a poem with me one week? All I need is
Yes.
a yes or a no. I want a yes, though.
Yes, do it, darling. Go for it.
Hello, Michael Miller. How are you?
Oh, that's my brother. Hi, bro.
It is, yes.
Didn't the football do good? Didn't Britain do brilliantly in the football? 6-1. Amazing.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Germany were pretty
Bandita
good as
darling,
well, weren't they?
welcome.
Yes, they did. They did well. So, of
They're all
course,
coming in now.
I'm always against my brother because he's totally against Germany. Of course, he wants
I
Britain to
know.
win all the time. So,
It's
so we
that
have SMS
rivalry, isn't
battles.
it?
We have
That,
SMS battles while the game's going on, and teasing each other all the time. It's good fun. It's all good
it's
fun.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Looking at
Yeah.
it today, and when Panama scored that goal, I mean, they were 6-0 down and they scored a goal, and it
I
went
know.
straight to the fans.
I
And the
know.
celebrations were brilliant. You think they'd won the World Cup?
I know. It was so
All they
lovely,
wanted to
wasn't
see
it?
was a
Yeah.
goal from the team, and
I
wow,
know.
that's true fans, isn't it?
It was. I thought that was really sweet. I was hoping that they would actually get one goal at least, because it
Yeah.
was so sad just watching them
And
slaughtered.
it was a beautifully taken goal as well.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, it's good fun. It's certainly a lovely atmosphere here when the World Cup's on. It's always
Yeah.
great time. I don't know what it's like at home, but in Britain, but
It varies in different places.
does it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In Berlin, it's lovely. The atmosphere is really lovely here. So lots and lots of public viewing, and in almost every restaurant or bar that you go into, there's a television, or
It's the same. It's the
either
same up in
outside or inside.
Liverpool. I
Is it?
love being
Yeah.
in Liverpool when there's big competitions on in football. I don't do all football. I'm not a football freak or anything. But the big football, the European Championships,
Yeah.
European Cup, the World Cup,
Mm.
Copa America, and all that stuff. I'll follow these things, and I like big football because you get to see stuff you've not seen all year round,
Yeah.
and I like that. And
I only
there's
really
great
watch the World
closeness.
Cup. I don't really. I'm not a real football fan myself at all, really. But just because of my brother, I get into it, And the World Cup's the only thing I watch, really. It's
Oh,
good.
how sweet!
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Keeps us in
sweet.
touch with each other, doesn't it? So
Yes,
yeah,
big
yeah.
time. Yeah.
So we
How many
fight.
have you got for us
Over
tonight?
Pardon?
How many have you got for us tonight?
I've got 6 tonight, and one of them is Laura Hughes, who you just said was looking in. So that's the first one I was going to read. So I don't think it has a title, but I'll read it anyway. So here we go. This is from Laura Hughes.
Yes.
Let's get myself comfortable here. There is no one left to hear my cries, because you have said all your goodbyes. Without you here, showing me you care, has trapped me in this utter despair. There is no solace, nor any grace. All that's left are visions of your face. That last look you had deep in your eyes haunts me daily, and that I despise. There was no love left, only disgust, leaving our love to turn into dust. As it now stands, it can disappear, along with any chance you'd stay here. All I have ever wanted is gone. Without you here, how can I live on? There can be no surviving this pain. My soul will always carry the stain. I gave you my love. You gave me scars. Now my heart will remain behind bars. There is no reason to set it free, for alone is how I am meant to be.
I read this one in a group, and I went straight to Laura and asked her for the poem itself. Yeah,
Yeah,
and fair play. She came back and she was absolutely delighted that we'd read the poem on the show. I think she was
good.
my first Quest of Newbie poet to the show. Yeah, for the show
Yeah,
itself this week, and I really enjoyed that one. I mean, the pain, the hurt, the sorrow, but most of all, the realizing that you have the ability to get over something and move on. Yeah, you can
yeah.
be hurt. I think we've all been hurt in love in one way or another.
Yes, we have.
Most
Yes.
of us have suffered in love. It's supposed to be the greatest thing ever. But unfortunately, it doesn't always go that way. And
No.
there is, yeah, and most of it's from silly little things, more so than major catastrophe.
Mm.
It grows cold.
Love.
Yes.
Love grows cold. It
And
does
that's what
sometimes, doesn't
they
it?
say it
Yes.
grows
Yeah.
cold. It's just because we can't be bothered keeping the candle lit.
Yeah.
Really and truly, we're so distracted. Just and a hello to Mike Christic. Mike, I'm glad you're in because Mike is going to come on and read us a poem, Christine.
Good.
Yeah, I
Hey,
was hoping he'd come in.
wonderful. That's
Yeah,
good.
so Mike is due to come in. And a big thank you to Vandita Darnley. I'm glad you like my t-shirt, but I'm not posting it, I'm keeping it.
It's a nice colour, John. You're very bright and
Thank you,
sunny
Christine.
today.
Thank you.
Nice and bright and sunny you are today, aren't you?
Oh, wow.
I think
I
the
hope
weather's
it's,
quite nice in England at the moment, isn't it? I've been hearing good reports.
I just hope it's not jaundice.
No, what, the weather or your t-shirt? No, I hear you're having some sunny weather over there in Old Bryony.
30-31 here today, Christine.
Oh, amazing.
That's
Yeah.
that's way too hot for me. I can't handle that.
That's how we've been here. I mentioned last week we desperately needed some rain. Well, it's finally come at long last. So
It's
we've
there
had
now, is it?
yeah, a little bit of a drizzly day, but it was so needed. It was desperately needed. And
Oh,
unfortunately, here in England, when it rains, if it's been very, very hot and it rains, the rain really cools England down beautifully. But here it tends not to do. It's still hot and sticky after the rain's been, but it is actually a few
oh
degrees
no.
today. We're only about 19 degrees today, which is very comfortable. Thank you.
That has to be refreshing, I was going to
It's
say. Yes,
nice.
that
Yeah,
has to be
it is.
refreshing.
After 31, 32 was of sweating away. Oh,
I
horrible.
mean, it's 19 and 20 here at night.
Yeah, it's
It's
the same here.
horrid. Absolutely
Same here.
horrid.
We had a summer like that in England in 1976, where it was just weeks and weeks of scorching rain and droughts and hosepipe bans and everything. You may remember that year. I
I
don't know.
do, yes.
Yeah, it
We
was.
had it in Ireland as well in 76. Yeah, the same.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, we roasted.
Yeah,
We
we did
absolutely
too.
roasted, yeah.
Yeah.
Ireland's not used to weather like that in any way, shape, or form.
No, definitely not. I think it rains even more in Ireland than it does in England, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We don't have house pipe burns.
I'm sure you don't. Well, talking of Ireland, as we were, this next one is from Liz Ragout, and it's about Ireland. Well, sort of about Ireland. It's called The Place I Love Well. It's about 58 years ago when to Glenariff I did go to bid farewell to the place I love so well. Soon I would be an emigrant, one more of many young Irish to leave Ireland to take up employment far from home. It was late June, and an unusual warm summer's day. The weeping willows whispering in the breeze seemed to sense I was going away. The landscape looked magnificent, radiating all its splendour on that day. The boggy heathland, resplendent in the mauve colours of the early heathers, contrasted strikingly with the yellow gorse bushes, the red bejewelled fuchsia in the hedgerows, and aquamarine of the sea, which lapped gently on the white sand. The blue mountains in the distance created a stunning backdrop to this memorable vista, which delighted me. Combined with scent of the emerald grasses and the exhilarating sea air, it imprinted a picture of sheer beauty on my mind that forever lives there.
God, I'm homesick now. I'm
I thought you might
absolutely
be.
homesick now.
Thought you might be after that one.
Thank you, Liz. Wow. I am absolutely homesick.
Yeah, I thought you might be after that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Do you know this? Looking through the poetry for this week, and there's again. We were talking about last week. The array of poetry is getting to be something else, and again this week, 19 brand new poets introduced to the community, and 19
Wonderful.
wonderful
Absolutely
poets
wonderful.
coming again this week.
Yeah, it's great. Really good. It's good to have some new people in and some different kinds of poetry. It's really very, very invigorating, isn't it? Lovely.
Oh, big time, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go on
So
to the
that's
next one, which is what you called a little ditty from Susan Litchi. I think she's listening in as well, isn't she, tonight?
Sarah Litchi, is it?
Sarah
Sa-
Litchi.
Sarah Litchi, yeah.
Yeah, is she there tonight?
She's not actually in the group. She's most likely at work.
Oh, right, okay. Well, she might listen to it later anyway.
Yeah.
This one's just called Holidays, which we're all looking forward to, aren't we? It's very soon now. Summer holidays coming up. Holidays from Sarah Litchi. Let's go on a journey that takes us far away. Forget our troubles for a while. Enjoy the light of day. Pack our cases, camera too. Hope it's nice and hot. Sandy toes and lapping sea. Might even see a yacht. Let's swim the waters, clear and blue, until the tide does turn. Then let's sit and rest a while, but watch we don't get burned. Then let's feast when evening comes, refuel for body and soul, until the next day shows its light. Let's make this dream our goal.
Do you know, I say it every time at home. Doesn't matter what's happened today. Go to bed, sleep, forget about it. We don't bring it out tomorrow because it's not part of tomorrow. New sunshine, new day, new goals. And I love that little ditty.
Yeah,
Because it just reminds me of me. I want tomorrow to be tomorrow, not yesterday.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be yesterday. It's a brand new day. Just move on. I love
yeah,
it. Absolutely
yeah.
love it. Yeah.
Sweet, isn't it? Yeah, very
Yes.
sweet. Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you, Sarah. And
So the
thank you,
next one,
Sarah, Liz, and Laura. That's 3 you've done so far. Wow.
yeah, I'm doing well on time.
You're doing
If we've
brilliant.
got 19 to get through, we've got 19 poets. I better hurry up and stop you from chatting all the time, otherwise we'll never get on there.
Oh dear.
Once you and Nina get going at the end of the show,
I know, yeah. We don't need any winding.
you don't. You're lovely with your banter, you two. So this one is from Seema Jayaraman. Jayaraman?
Seema Jayaraman, yes.
Yeah. There's one word at the end of this Seema that I didn't understand. It's actually spelt Y apostrophe day apostrophe. I think she may mean.
I think it's abbreviated for yesterday.
I thought
Yeah.
it was yesterday, so I
Yeah.
have actually changed the word to
Yeah.
yesterday at the end. I was a little unsure, but so I just wanted to mention that in case Seema is offended in any way.
No, she won't be. She's not like that.
No, I didn't think so, but just to let her know, I have used the word yesterday instead of Y day. Okay, excuse me. Okie dokie, this one is called Yearnings. I did rather stride through tall grass, weaving my way through the supple lashes of serrated fronds, whipping my solitary path on the foothills at the base of your craggy mountains, to settle myself on a soft knoll with an unhindered view of your stone citadel lit up with festive banners, and watch your shadow stride once a while on the ramparts, stretching to reach the inky skies from your lofty perch, to rip out neon stars hidden behind impervious clouds, to adorn hay-dyed tresses of your lissom dame. I will still lug the granite chunks ploughed off from your careless shrug, the last time you brushed by, to fill the gaping hole where once I held my pulsating heart, that now resembles a leaden block of squared density. For my raven strands need only your amber slips to clip their untidy spill, as you stride down to rest a while on the mossy bed we made yesterday.
Mossy bed. I've seen similar descriptions in many poems I've read. And the mossy bed, I love the feel of walking on moss. I
Yeah, it's good, isn't
absolutely
it?
love it. It is so springy and you feel
Especially
so
with bare
light.
feet. Especially
Yes.
barefoot. It's lovely. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely magnificent.
yeah,
Now
it is.
my next scene is I'm gonna lie on it now because it sounds beautiful.
There you
Sounds
go.
lovely to lie on.
It
That's it. I'm gonna have a lie down on a
does.
bit of moss. How's that?
Yes,
That's a
definitely.
lovely piece,
We'll
that is.
join you.
Absolutely
We'll join.
gorgeous.
It is. Oh,
Seema,
lovely.
Seema has been to America. I think she's still in America at the
Yes.
moment. And guess
Uh-huh.
what? Guess what? She has met with Hank in New York.
Ah, oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw some photographs on
The
Facebook.
two of them met up
Yes.
and she has made
Brilliant.
Hank's day big time. That he's met another
Yeah,
poet from the years on the circuit, yeah? And I think that is absolutely
yeah.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Fantastic. Has he actually recorded some of her stuff as well,
I haven't
Hank?
spoken to him yet. I've just seen the things
All
that's
right.
been put up on Facebook, but I've spoken in
Yes,
chat
I did see it. Yeah,
with Seema. I've spoken with Seema, and I got this piece out of it, yeah, to have for
yeah,
tonight. Seema goes all
yeah.
over India. She travels the length and breadth of India. She is one of the regional, what do you call it, poetry ambassadors for her
Oh,
region. So
right.
she's
Okay.
an
For
ambassador for
India.
her
Yeah,
region for going around, yeah.
yeah.
Like I was saying to Nina the other day, the the people and backgrounds that we have in the show, we have everything from doctors to God yourself, musicians. We have every walk in the group itself
Mm,
that come together. It's beautiful. It's absolutely magnificent. I mean, who wouldn't
yeah.
want me doing this show every
It,
Sunday? See, it's an
yeah.
uplift in
That's what life's
itself.
about, isn't it?
Absolutely an
Diversity.
uplift.
It is.
Yes, and
It
this is
is.
so diverse. I
It's
love it. Absolutely love it. And Seema will be absolutely delighted with your reading of that poem. She will be made up.
that's good. I'm glad. Yeah. Hope she listens in to the recording sometime. Yeah.
Aw.
So,
Yes.
I sorry. I shall now read one from
Liz.
a lady
Sorry,
called
Lisa.
Myra or Mira Des.
Mira Daz, yeah? Have I
Yes,
got
Mira
yeah?
Des. Yes.
Yeah. Got you.
Yes. It kept cutting out. Sorry, I lost you for
I'm
a minute
just
there.
ticking them off
Yes,
at the
Mira
minute.
Des.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, this one doesn't have a title as far as I know, but it's from Mira. It's a lovely piece. The dawn of light with colours blending, time and its changes with seasons unending, in an ocean between waves, our world in motion day after day, ashore on the sands of memory, an hourglass that trickles time endlessly, chasing echoes from beyond the horizon. The moon vanishes while the sun is rising. In this realm we are to be, at peace with the pure sky and open sea, Nature's beauty with its peaks and streams, awakening in the light of a dream. Gazing at the sky with opened eyes, breathing in while we gaze towards the sky, we drift away from where we are, towards the passing clouds and things afar, into the blue of the ocean without end, and the ever-changing sky with all colours that blend. As seasons change, the sun's rays morph into the sky. Distant stars flicker like diamonds, so that they turn into jewels of the night. The earthly leaves fall to the ground. Someday they will come back to life beneath a radiant sky. And even though our world will remain the same, tomorrow we all will carry on living our lives. In our dreams and lives dwell the eternal and divine reflections of all that we impel, the timeless and all the sublime. On the surface we all shine, rays of light shine from the depths of our eyes, relinquishing one another in time. Undying flames remain inside. The light gives life to the colours of change, blending into one that remain the same, adorning the blue-stained sky. Dreams reign high, while clouds entwine, and the depths of the ocean below reflect our tears through rain and snow, crystallized in the blink of our eyes, a momentary glimmer of the radiant light.
That is beautiful. That's one you envelop yourself in, isn't it? You wrap yourself
Very
around
descriptive,
that one.
isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
very descriptive.
That hits the
Very
soul and the
beautiful.
spirit, that does. I'm just going to say goodbye to Lisa D. McGraw. Lisa's had to go, but thanks for coming in, Lisa. And hi, Marna. Glad to see you here at last.
Oh, she's with us, is she?
Yeah.
Hi, Marna.
She never got any notification to tell her that we were going live.
Yeah, yes. I sometimes don't either. Today I did. Luckily, because as I say, I got interrupted just as I was about to come on to you, but I did get the message that you were coming on, so I don't usually though. So I don't know why.
Well, I've heard this a few times, so I decided tonight I would let everybody know in our team. We're going live, we're on schedule, yeah? Just in case nobody got a notice, just to let them know we're going straight on time, 6:30, yeah?
Yeah, great.
Brilliant. No problem. Well, that was beautiful.
Right, now I've got my last... Yeah, thank you. I did too. The last one I've got is from Suda Dixie. And this is a little amusing little one. Very, very nice. It's called The Mirror on the Wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of all? Many times I've heard the fable when I was a gal. But until the present day, I haven't got a reply. How can a mirror select a winner from those who vie? Mirror has to tell the truth. That is his basic duty. It must reflect the fact, be it ugly or beauty. I know I was a fair maiden, but that was ages back. It shows a different face now, with wrinkled skin, slack. I cannot blame the glass for letting me know the truth, and hinting that I am aging, that I have lost my youth. But I'm not only a body, I'm not only a face. I'm also a soul divine. I'm getting matured with grace.
What a lovely way to put it. What a lovely way to put it. Yeah, mature grace. I love that. Absolutely brilliant.
Matured with grace, yes. I can see why you gave me that one as the eldest one amongst us here. That's why you gave it to me, isn't it?
Hey?
Sorry? I say that's why you gave it to me, because I'm the eldest here.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I have my ways, you know.
You do. Utterly charming,
but I just hope
as
I am
always.
as graceful. Oh, thank you, Christine. Oh, made my night now. I spoke to Suda Dixon in text asking for the poem, and sometimes you get people and they're wordy and cautious, and I don't blame them. I mean, somebody comes to your page and wants one of your poems to read, you've got to find out who they are and things like that. I mean, you don't just tell people yes for the sake of saying yes. And I had a beautiful conversation with her after we got over the little hurdles. And she writes some beautiful things. I actually went to her page to see some of her poetry. And like most of the people that we get on this show, if not all, the poetry is absolutely beautiful. People's hearts, you can
Yeah.
read the heart of a poem. You can feel when it's written with heart. And it's not just for the sake of, oh, I need to write something. And I love that. When you can go to somewhere and find something like that. And I
Yeah,
just love the way she ended that. The end of that's brilliant.
it is, isn't it? It's nice. Yeah,
Absolutely fantastic.
very well put.
Oh God, they'll have to call me John full of grace after this. Oh,
You
I'm
do.
delighted the weekend has gone so well for you, Christine. Absolutely
It
chuffed.
has. Yeah, it's gone well. It's
Absolutely.
been a very, very busy week, so I'm rather exhausted again. And as I say, I'm
Yes.
still suffering a bit, but I thought I'd be okay to read. My voice is still very strange as far as I'm concerned, but I think it's just sheer exhaustion now. I need my summer holidays. I really do.
Well, still sounds
Yeah.
brilliant from this end. Still sounds brilliant.
Good. Okay. Okay. That's
Alahana is
fine.
Greek.
Yeah.
Alahana is Greek. Has just come in um, to the
Yeah.
room. And that lady, another one of our new to the community poets. We will have one, of course, further
Yeah.
down the list. I just can't remember who's reading it, to be honest.
Yeah. We shall find out
But
as
it's
we
on the
go
list
along.
anyway. I just wrote it on the list. Yes, we will. Indeed. So what's your plans for this week? The week ahead? Have you got another one coming up?
Just no, nothing else coming up now. Just the rehearsals for the big musical that we'll be putting on in October, which is Cinderella. So there's
Yeah.
still rehearsals going on for that. But I've only got another week and a half to do, and then it's school holidays. So I should be visiting Bryony, coming to England in the summer.
Ooh.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
A week in Scotland with some friends, and visiting my family and my friends in England as well. So I should be over for about 2 weeks at the end of
Beautiful.
July, beginning of August. Yeah, so
Ooh.
be nice. So keep that nice weather till I get there, okay?
I'm going to hold on to it, Christine. I'll suffer just for you.
You
I
suffer
will
just
just
for me.
suffer just for you. I'm going to keep it for you, yeah?
That's it.
How's
Well
that?
done. Very, very nice. I shall look forward to that. We don't want too much rain while we're
Oh,
trudging through.
no,
So
I'd just rather it go cold. I'd be happy. I'd be happy enough if it was just cold.
yeah, we're about
I'd
25
be
is
fine.
nice. Between 21 25, that's normal. When it
25 is,
gets to
yeah,
like
I can handle 25.
31, 32, it's quite hot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
with no breeze that's cooling. And it's
Yeah.
Mediterranean and boring. I don't like that. It's not for
That,
me.
that's what
Definitely
it's
not.
like here. It's very hot, very humid. But as I say, today it has
Yeah.
rained wonderfully. Yeah, it's lovely today, about 19 degrees today, so it's comfortable,
So, double
comfortable.
celebrations for Germany, is it? Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Double
So we're looking forward
celebrations
to
for
the next
Germany,
match
yeah?
now. So, yes, oh yes.
Oh,
I'm
it's the
sure the
big
lads were
match, the
celebrating
last
last
one now,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, coming up
Oh,
now to
so
the
that's
next
Mexico
round.
and
So
Germany qualified, I reckon, yeah?
yeah, Mexico did really well. They played really well. They did.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah?
So
Absolutely brilliant.
yeah.
So have a lovely week
Right, well I shall
ahead.
go now then because
Hope
you've
all your
got
plans.
going on. Yeah, I will do.
I'm gonna go to Mike Ristic next, the lad that said he'd come on and read a poem. I've not met him or chatted much with him,
Yeah,
so I like
great.
surprises. I love getting new people around.
Yeah,
And
great.
he's
Look
gonna.
forward to it.
We're always asking for
Yeah.
poets. Yeah, we always ask for poets to come on and read their work. Yeah. Well, Mike said he would come,
Yes. Yeah.
and I'm gonna just go and get him now.
Good.
I'm good to go too, Mike.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll say
Christine, have a
goodbye.
lovely week
I shall
ahead,
say
and
goodbye to
thanks a
everybody.
million for tonight.
You too.
Love you to
You're
bits.
very
Have a
welcome.
great one.
Love
See
you
you
too.
soon. Bye
Love
bye,
to you all.
Christine. Bye.
Bye.
And to
Bye.
you. Bye. There's Christine, the residential reader of the Dear John show. Six beauties to get us started off for the whole night ahead. And I'm going to go searching now, and I hope Mike's name comes up on the list when I press this button. Let me see. I do indeed. And we'll add.
Hey, hey, how do you do?
Hello, Mike from Warrington in Cheshire in England, and you're in Fayetteville, Georgia,
Yes,
are you?
sir. Yes, sir. How do you do? Thanks for having
Hey, good, and how are you?
me. Doing well, sir. As good as as good as I can be. Better than I deserve.
Absolutely brilliant. That's all we need. So long as we can stay head above water, we're flying.
Yes, sir. Head above water.
So, you're one of the first poets in a long time that has agreed to come on and read one of their poems for us on the show. And that's what we aim for. We want to get the poets to do this themselves as well for instant connectivity.
Great.
Yeah, we can read all the poems in the world, but it's never the same as when it comes from the heart it's written.
Truth.
Never. And it can't be. You both know this.
Truth. Truth. So very true. When poetry that's written from deep inside, that's poetry. Does I like to say that it's not so much the words that you use, it's the feelings that you're putting on that paper.
Yeah. It's the total emotion.
Sorry
It's the
about that.
total emotion. No, you're okay. It's the total emotion that is in the poem. And I read the poem you're going to read tonight is the one you sent to me, yeah?
Yes, yes.
And I read it.
For some
And
reason I got
hands up, straight away, hands up. I could not possibly sit down and give it the justice that you have given to it in writing it from inside. Couldn't. It wouldn't matter what way I read that. It wouldn't make any
yeah.
difference. I could not give it the justice it deserves. And I was so delighted when you said you would come on and read that poem. You don't know how relieved I was when you said so, yeah? I was absolutely made up.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. I don't know if you can see me. I'm having a little bit of video problems on this end.
Oh, I can see it plain and clear.
Okay. For some reason here, it looks like I have a little bit of a delay. Let me try to maybe try to disconnect and jump back on.
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Why don't
Yeah,
let me see if I don't know how to disconnect here. I'd love to be able to.
I'll disconnect you from this side,
Please,
and you can go ahead and do your piece. Yeah.
please. Thank you. This
All right,
I'll
Mike.
jump back on.
No problem.
All right. Thank you.
No, I can't even disconnect Mike myself. Ah, there we go. Disconnected. Well, guys, his Wi-Fi get us all the way back on. I'll wait for a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna do another little poem. I think I'll do another little poem. I feel like reading again for the moment. Let me see. Hello, Ian Wilcox. Nice to see you there. Where has my poetry gone? I don't believe this. Oh well, it's all gone now. It's terrible that. Ah, there it is now. I have one called Betrayed. And this one comes from, actually hold on, Mike is back. Mike is back, so I can reconnect with Mike. No, I can't, can I? Yes, I can. Here he is now. Yes, and
Hey, hey, sorry about that.
now
Technical.
you're back.
Sorry
Thank
about that.
goodness. No, not at all. So, do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about your poem before you go and read it, or
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I can give you a little bit of a story of what led to this poem and a lot of my work actually. Well, as most of you know, I'm Mike Ristic from Georgia. I am a songwriter by profession and a writer in general, but I was a secret poet for many, many years. I wrote poetry and just did not have the nerve to share it because, unlike songwriting, I can write a song about anybody or anything. You tell me, write about this, Mike, write about that. It's what we do. We're songwriters. But poetry is very dear. It's like you said, it's you're sharing a part of you. You're sharing your emotions. You're sharing. It is the rawest form of expression, in my opinion. And so I hid my poetry for many, many years. I'd say over 30. I started writing poetry. I was about 6. I'm 39 now, and I always hid it, never shared it with anybody. And one night when my brother passed away, I was sitting in a courtyard writing some poetry, and a young woman approached me and made a joke. And she said, "What are you doing over there? Writing poetry? You know, what are you doing, Shakespeare? Writing poetry?" And I said, "Yes." And 4 years later, that's my wife. She was a writer. Yeah, she was a writer too. I was never read to another person in my life. I read to her, a stranger, in the middle of the night, and we fell head over heels for each other. We were in love. We had a baby on the way. Things were great. Life was great. And unfortunately, during pregnancy, we lost our baby, our child. And a couple months down the road, I lost Sarah too. She never snapped back from it. Unfortunately, she decided to go to God one night, and on the night of Valentine's last year. So on the night of Valentine's last year, Sarah decided to go to God and left me here. And I didn't have a way to cope or share, or I didn't have anybody to really talk to about this. So I took to social media with poetry, and it was the scariest thing in the world. I snapped one night, I had a rough night, and I recorded a spoken word piece live in my living room, and it was something I never was going to share. I just could not keep this piece. It was so beautiful to me, and maybe one day I'll share it with you. But I wrote this piece, and it was I didn't even write it. I just freestyled it, but it was so powerful that I had to share it with the world, and I did. And overnight, I woke up in the morning, had like 7,000, 8,000 views. It was just insane. People loved it, and I started writing.
It was meant to be, Mike, wasn't it? It was meant to be out there, not in here. It's already in here.
Yes, sir.
It was meant to be out. And doing what you'd done, of course, was a great, great compliment to Sarah as well.
Yeah,
for her involvement in your life, her part of your life. I mean, it's huge, humongous. Things happen for a reason.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to know the reason. We just know they happened. And
True.
we should be satisfied with that, really.
Yeah, that's the truth, you know, because I never would have shared a piece with anybody, not poetry wise. And I remember that night, what happened was that I was looking through some of Sarah's things, and I found 4.5 years worth of my poetry that I was hiding and throwing away. She was finding it and putting it in the room, and not only ironing it out from me throwing it away. She wasn't just ironing it out. She rewrote and corrected punctuation on a lot of it and saved it for and what an amazing woman to do that. She was putting my poetry away, and I knew right then and there that I have to share. And I started sharing, and I have not looked back. It's been a little less than a year, but my page has been blessed. I have over 7,000 wonderful friends and followers now, and it's just growing by the day. And it's Sarah's doing. Sarah wanted this for me. Now I'm just very happy to be here.
Well, that's a beautiful connection. That is an absolutely beautiful connection.
Yeah, she's in all my work. I told her the day she passed away, I told her, I'm going to write you back to life every single day. And I have not failed. She has not gone in vain. I use her story to teach other people about not giving up. I use it to teach people about the dangers of opiate addiction. Unfortunately, Sarah, as a young lady, had an addiction to opiates that I had no clue about. And it was not a part of her life up until life got really hard. And she, it just made her stop thinking correctly. So I try to use these lessons that I've learned to teach people and inspire them to not give up. I mean, I've been doing this all by myself now for a year. It's been 498 days, I believe, 99. So
absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I don't want great pain.
It's a great thing to be able to suffer the way you've suffered, and at the same time reach out and help others in that way.
Yeah.
Through your own suffering, through your own loss.
Yeah. It's been my saving grace. If I didn't have these words and these people and these wonderful connections and friends, and I wouldn't be here right now. I mean, I woke up with just nothing. I woke up like Job from the Bible. I mean, I lost my vehicle. I'd lost my home. I'd lost everything that was dear to me. You don't just lose that person. You lose your relationships, your friendships, and people run from you like you're a leper when you lose somebody. It's horrible. It's hard.
I think it's the part of where you go into yourself that they don't recognize.
Yeah.
We have that thing for our own self-protection and preservation. We go into ourselves. It's not that we don't seek help or uplifting. It's just we're trying to handle within us what has been lost, because we're the ones, when it hits somebody personally, they're the ones who know what the personal loss is, all of the loss.
Yeah.
And it takes time. That's why I've seen people and I've heard people talk about grieving and people giving people bad remarks because they seem to be grieving too long. There is no duration on grieving for anybody because we don't know anything about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a lot of people don't know this, and maybe this is a good forum just to touch on this lightly. and you know, there's a lot of people out there suffering and hurting. They should hear this. When you grieve the loss of a friend, of a brother, of a parent, of anybody in your life, you're going to go through a grief process. It's usually, they say, 5 stages. When you're dealing with a suicide loss, there's about 8 stages. There's a couple more that are involved, including one of the symptoms. You're going to go through your own stage of feeling like you want to commit suicide, survivor's guilt, these things that people don't think about.
Yeah.
Here's the story about grief that people don't know. Grief doesn't end. Not that close. When it's that close and you've lost your future, you've lost a spouse, it doesn't end. It just changes. You learn to work around it, to work through it, to deal better with it. But that grief doesn't go away. Not that kind of grief. I mean, am I going to move on? Yes. Am I going to move forward? You better believe it. I don't have an ounce of quit in me. However, the grief doesn't end. It's hard. Some days are worse than others.
You've lost your past, you've lost your present, you've lost your future.
Correct.
You've lost everything. No relationship ever that I know of plans for when the other one is gone.
Especially
because we all really believe inside we're going to live forever. We're going to do what Jesus didn't do. We're getting out of this world alive. We're not. And we're going to have loss on the way, and we're going to have a lot of grief on the way.
Yeah.
And we keep loss as a taboo. We really do. We still, in the present, and we're talking about being a modern day age of 2018, and we still do not talk about the passing. We talk about tomorrow as though it's guaranteed. It's not.
Really not.
It's not guaranteed.
Let me tell you, you're right. You're exactly right. I mean to cut you off, John, but it's like you said, we take things, we're so used to patterns and cycles. And, you know, I'm got up today, got up tomorrow, they got up, everybody. No, sometimes it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying tonight. That is the reality. But still, I will go to bed tonight and I'll say, good night and God bless everybody. See you in the morning. As though I'm going to be there in the morning. I don't know I'm going to be there in the morning.
At all.
But I say it positively.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, but it is habit, and it's what we've done for all our lives.
Yeah.
Until one night we're going to say, good night and God bless everybody. See you in the morning. We won't.
Yeah, let me tell you, that night I said good night to Sarah, the night of Valentine's. I said good night to her. We were getting married. We were getting married that week, that Saturday. And she went to her mother's house out of state. I was picking her up in 4 days. She had, what I didn't see was that Sarah was going through depression, and she was now using substances to kind of help deal with the pain of losing our baby. She did not know. Yeah, she didn't know. But when your lover's not in front of you and they're not in town with you, she was out of town. It's so hard behind a smile or what you hear to kind of read through what they're feeling. And she unfortunately, her biggest goal, from what I understand now, is to make me feel loved, let me know that I can get through anything. She started laying down all the groundwork for weeks in advance. And that night that she made that choice, the signs were all there. You're so positive about, like you said, about tomorrow that you don't stop to think, hey, what's going on? Or sorry, my dog's over here barking. One second.
Okay.
Let me just move this dog.
Yeah, go.
We won't be able to hear each other. All right, we're good to go. Yeah, it has been a I don't think I took a deep breath for the first, I don't know how many weeks. I mean, I hit my knees when they told me. I hit my knees and I cried and screamed and screamed and screamed. It felt like a movie. I don't think I had a glass of water maybe for the first 5 months. I was eating. It was so bad that I was eating once every 4 days, maybe 3. I went from 190 pounds to 140, 145.
Wow.
I lost 50 pounds incredibly fast. It still is at times very unearthing. I'm working through it the best way I can, but it's hard. It's like I haven't moved some of her things, and to wake up and to see her hairbrushes and her shampoos, and these are little things that people take for granted. Example, like I dropped her shampoo in the shower on accident. I laugh now because it's funny now, but a few months back, I dropped her shampoo and some of it spilled. you have not seen a grown man cry for shampoo. If you've not seen a grown man cry about spilled shampoo, then you've not seen pain. So it's like, these are the things you learn, you cherish them. And now going forward, and, you know, I
Isn't
realize,
it a classic saying the world over? The most meaningful things in life are the little things.
oh, it's so,
And it's the little things we don't see.
yeah,
But we're too busy, we're too caught up in life
yeah,
to see them until we're alone.
yeah,
And those little things suddenly become that size and
yeah,
they grow. Yeah, because they're right there in front of you. There's no one else to block them or anything else.
yeah.
So you got to face them, you got to see them, you got to go through them.
One of the greatest things Sarah had posted on her page when before she passed away was she was a writer too, by the way. So she wrote this little piece, and it basically said it's kind of cliche in this sense, but basically she was trying to say you can't go around pain. You got to go through it head first, embrace it, bury those knives in you, take every part of it, let it hurt, feel it. That's the only way to let it go. There's no way to get around grief and pain. You have to go head on. You really do.
Always, and it's, you know what? The hardest part, I've seen this so many times in people's lives. When you start a relationship as strongly as yours started, love at first sight, of course, yeah?
Yeah.
And reading your stuff to a stranger on the very first night. When you're building a link that is that strong, instantly, the loss has to be that bit greater. Because you had no confidence to do so first before Sarah sat down, and then after she's gone. Who do you go to now? Who do you talk to now? Where are you supposed to go? You've got your head has to be elsewhere, other places, rather than in the situation itself, because everything has gone totally into turmoil.
Yeah. Let me tell you, this type of pain, the type of pain of see, I was in a very long relationship as a young man. I know love. I mean, we all know love. But when I met Sarah, she was so dear to me that I don't have an explanation for that. She was my soulmate.
Yeah.
She was everything to me. This woman was everything to me. I can't even explain it. This was my best friend. We would spend hours tangled up like grandma's yarn and just sit there on the couch and read to each other. And I would read Poe to her, and she would read you know, Thompson to me, and we would just sit there and just there was not one interest in our lives that we didn't share coming into it. And you know, I was in a point in my life where I already knew how to love myself, so I was able to love her with everything, and vice versa. Yeah, it's a big part of it. You know,
It has to be enormous, absolutely enormous.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from it. I mean, grief or loss as much as grief. The loss is always a loss, no matter how long you live on for. That loss is that length of the duration.
Yeah.
The loss of your love, of your life, is for the duration. It doesn't matter who you meet in between. You will always have two separate persons. And I don't care what anyone says.
That's true.
Two separate loves.
It's true.
Because you will love this person. You can't love the next person in the exact same way you did the first person, because it doesn't fit.
Yeah. You'll love them your own way. You'll love them, love them your own way, but they also have to understand they're not just in love with you. There's a part of you that you didn't there's a love within you that you didn't choose to end, and that love is going to stay there. And now it's, in a sense, when I go forward when I do meet somebody, I'm a young man, I'm looking to hopefully one day meet somebody. Hopefully she's a writer, but you never know. But it's when I move forward, you know, I don't plan to compare or drag Sarah into the relationship, but there's going to be days where I am going to have special anniversaries and things, and I'm going to need somebody there with me to say, hey, it's okay, honey. I know you love her.
But what a lovely way to meet a person who is willing to celebrate a part of their life that somebody else was involved with. I mean, for me, that says I'm safe with this guy because he will celebrate me. Do you know, there is a wonderment in it, and it's brilliant. There's a brilliant connection between some people that is absolutely practically instant.
Yeah, it's absolutely instant. They say, John, scientists say that it takes four minutes the average of 4 minutes and 30 seconds to fall in love with somebody. You know, within under 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you know if you're going to spend the rest of your life, if you could spend the rest of your life with that
Of
person.
course, yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
They can't explain the science of love. However, they do say that there's a not only interaction chemically across the room, the chemicals are releasing. It's in the eyes, the dilation of the eyes. There's parts of your brain that are active that are normally not active. Love happens just like that at the blink of an eye. When I looked up reading that poem when I met her, when I looked up, I knew right away. I saw her face drop, and I was shy and I couldn't look at her in the eyes, and we both giggled. And John, you want to laugh? You know what happened after I met her and I read her that poem? I did what I did what any man would do.
Go on.
I panicked and walked away, scared. Left her.
You'll do for me, Mike. You'll do for me. There's a lovely comment I've just seen go past. I don't usually see the comments too early, but Natasha Nicole Rhodes has just said on the conversation we've been having, if she's meant for you, she will love you too. Will love Sarah too.
Yeah.
And yes, she will. We're all bigger in our own ways in what's in someone else's life, because it'll be possibly the next person's second time round, third time round as well.
Correct.
I mean, life is not easy for anybody.
Correct.
It doesn't matter how easy we want to make it. But when you're together, you can make it the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And we can make it the hardest.
That's true. I'd like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to just take a second to say hello to all my word nerds. A couple of my buddies in here, Natasha and Ashley. I mean, I could go all day. There's a couple of them in here. Lau and Wayne, and hello, everybody. You know, I mean, there's so many of my friends in here today. There we go. How you doing, everybody? Hello, thanks.
And Charmaine has just come in as well.
Yeah, these are a couple of my good friends and support, part of my support system. There's Ashley. Hello, everybody.
Oh, brilliant. Mike.
Yes, sir.
Give us a read of your poem.
Sure. I would love
to. Because I'm sure they're chomping on the bit now to hear this poem. I thank you very much for sharing this particular poem with me. And like I said, I am absolutely made up you've come to read this, because I couldn't have read it the way I've listened to you read on the audio you gave me.
Thank you.
So I'm looking forward to this as much as anybody else.
Sure, I'd love to read it to you guys. I wrote this poem. I'll give you the premise behind this. I was sitting in a parking lot. I go visit Sarah every day at her work. I visit her work every day. I have not missed a day since the moment she died. That was the first place. Like, I was in so much shock that I needed to see that she was gone. So I visit her work daily, and I show up there to. I show up there to just take a moment to connect. But I was standing there and I was hoping that she would come out looking at me from the window or come out of work. And I came up with this poem, and it's called Pick Her Up. And I wrote it there in the parking lot, standing there staring at her work. And I think it's a very deep piece. And I thank you for letting me read it today. So I'll go ahead and read it. It's called Pick Her Up. Now, I'm going to warn you in advance. I'm going to probably stop at parts so that I can avoid crying, because it's a very difficult poem. I've tried to read it 3 times today without crying. So I'm going to do the best I can. Work with me. It's on my page, and maybe John will even post it. So, all right, here we go.
Mike.
All right. It's called Pick Her Up. She's dead, but I'm here to pick up my wife from work. I beep the car horn repeatedly, and I get frustrated when she doesn't come outside. She's been off since 3, and I've been here since 4, and 4 hours have passed and still no her. It's 7 now. That's her number. What are the odds? I'm here to pick up my wife from work, and I watch from the parking lot for the door to open to her smile. I'm here to take her home and hold her close and show her that I've done the dishes so she doesn't have to. I'm here to pick up my wife from work. She hasn't shown her face in that window yet. That's not like my lady. She usually looks out. She waves for a few minutes before she's ready to leave, and instantly my day feels amazing. She's amazing. That's why. I'm here to pick up my wife from work. I show up every single day because she needs me. She counts on me. I count on her. I will never let her down. It's not in my animal nature. I'm just here to pick up my wife from work so my day can feel complete. She makes me whole. I'm not whole. I'm here to pick up my wife from work, but I can't sit in this sun and the heat much longer. I'm just here to pick up my wife from work. I get frustrated and ready to go see what's taking her so long today. It's been happening every day lately. I'm here to pick up my wife from work. So I go inside and I ask for her by name. They don't know her. Not like I do. I'm here to pick up my wife from work. I say, and I'm not leaving until she's ready to go. They tell me to go now, kindly, with compassion. I lean forward and I cry on the manager's shoulder because he remembers me. He remembers her, and he reaches out to me to hide his own tears. We cry and he asks me to leave, and I reply, I'm just here to pick up my wife from work. She says, I know, Mike, but she's already home. I'll come tomorrow. Maybe then I can pick up my wife from work, okay? He says, I'm sorry, my friend, and okay. He smiles with tears in his eyes. I whimper out loud, and I walk away. I'm sorry. I'm just here to pick up my wife from work. That's it. But it's not an easy ride.
No, it's not. And it cannot even be easy for you to read it, Mike. But by God, mate, that is poetry.
Thank you.
That is poetry. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, I know of all the loss and everything within, but you've not read that with loss. You've given us something to embrace from the person you love and have loved. They're just on the other side of the curtain. And it'll all come back together when the time is right.
Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you for reading that so beautifully to the community.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful, Mike.
Thank you.
And really, thank you for braving the camera to actually bring this to the audience.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of my, I appreciate it. A lot of my work revolves around her. A lot of it has to do with, a lot of my work on my page has to do with how I'm feeling or how I'm moving forward, or how, if I find a little nugget of insight, a little piece of gold that I can share with somebody that's going through their hard time as well, and I try to uplift and bring them out and show them that it's okay to not be okay.
Yes.
It truly is.
When somebody can bring that little nugget forward, I've said it many a times to the people that are involved in this show, we get an opportunity to write something. And I don't care, 99% of poets have not got a clue of what they've written until somebody comes back and tells them what they have received from that poem.
That's the truth.
Then the poet knows they have written something meaningful, helpful, uplifting, inspiring, whatever. And in yours, even in the loss, there is so much uplift. There's so much direction. It's so thought-provoking for anybody going through the pains that you're experiencing somewhere else, because everything we do in this life is common to each other. No matter how different we think we are, or better than someone, or worse off than someone, we're the same. We all suffer loss.
It's the truth. It is the truth. With poetry, if there's any poets out there, I'd love to give you my advice on what type of poetry you should share. And the best way I can tell you is, if it makes you feel uncomfortable to the point where you want to erase it or not share it, that's what you need to share. Yes. The moment it hurts and you're embarrassed and you're hurting and you're, or it just, you don't want people to see it because it's so naked, that's what you share and nothing more.
On the other side of you sharing that, Mike, you don't realize it before you do it. You do after, like I said. You relieve somebody else's pain.
Yeah.
You help somebody to see something when every one of us think, I'm the only one suffering this. I'm the only one going through this. Because it's our pain.
Yeah.
Somebody else reads your words. They're going through something, they think, God, I've never seen it like that for myself.
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah. That is so true. I was contacted briefly the other day by somebody that even woke me up with their grief. They said to me, usually people contact me, they've lost a loved one, they've lost this or they've lost that, and I can relate. But at the end of the day, I say to myself, well, maybe I've helped them, but they don't know the type of pain that I've gone through. And somebody contacted me the other day that made me feel that way. It was it woke me up. It was a young lady contacted me, and basically, you know, she was asking me patiently about what happened, and I told her, and she then said to me that she was in a car accident and lost her husband and her child, who was 8 years old. And when she woke up out of the hospital, they were gone. Life was, she was injured too from the car accident. They were gone. And to hear this story of this woman who had this husband and this 8-year-old child, and life was so perfect. And then, you know, it was similar to mine, but the haunting part of it all was she didn't have, you know, I didn't either. I didn't have time to really heal and whatnot at the time. You know, I didn't have my closure, but she didn't. She woke up and a long time had passed. Everybody had moved on from it, and here she was, awoke to everybody in her life being gone. It was the most painful thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But if you don't mind, John, I don't know how your schedule looks. I would love to read a more uplifting one called "How to Be Happy" for some of the people to really. I think you might enjoy it. It's just something to maybe counter, you know, balance this all out, so people could see how you can be happy during hard times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go on.
it's a
If you
short
got
one.
it there with you, Mike, yeah, you can do one more, yeah?
Yeah, I would love to. It's this one's called "How to Be Happy," and it's. I sat around and I wanted to say to people one day. Recently. I said, how am I finding ways to be happy? What am I doing, and how can I help somebody else? And I wrote this recently. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, I'll do it real quick. It's called "How to Be Happy." So, smile at a stranger comfortably. Focus on nothing but what feels right. Talk to kids and pretend to be one too. Castles come in all sizes, so make one. Start walking down the road one day in one direction, and then turn left or right based on the birds you hear and the flowers on that distant corner that catch your eye. Help old people. And by helping them, I mean visit them often and be sure to bring some wine and not your wine. Step outside to see the sunset. Be it if you have to fake a phone call, you've done that for lesser reasons than the ones I've just mentioned. Collect leaves and twigs and light fires that are so tall that the neighbors have no choice but to come over and pretend to be concerned. Have a smile on and something other to offer them besides an attitude and a sharp tongue. Country music and cheese is my go-to, but that's neither here nor there. It may have been my smile. Ride bikes just to pedal, and pedal nothing other than yourself when you're trying to be just that. Never be for sale, but offer and loan who you are in your entirety, even when you're tired and your feet just want to sit this one out. Chase the clouds. Start with that. Start with a walk and a smile. Start with the wave and a blaze in the backyard. Start with some cheese and a cheesy line about cheese. As a matter of fact, keep saying cheese to help you force that smile. Just smile. It's that simple. Be happy. Choose it, because sadness will more easily choose you. Know your faults and your wrongs. Accept you're you. Find people that are as weird as you, but are as innocent as children, and be children together. If you find them, friendships can be forever. That's how to be happy. Thank you.
Oh, I love the way you be happy. I love the way you be happy. I'm a big child and I need it on myself. I love all the childish stuff. I don't like this adult stuff at all. I can't do adult. I've never been able to do adult. I love the child piece. I absolutely love it. That is beautiful, Mike.
Yeah, that's you
Really
got it.
beautiful.
You got the essence of it. The essence is you have to find that inner child. You have to talk to that 6-year-old boy, that 6-year-old Mike. I talk to him. That 6-year-old Mike. I pretend I'm sitting on a bench, and I say to myself, "What would I tell that Mike? That 6-year-old boy sitting next to me?" And the first thing that comes to my mind is hug him and let's make a castle together. Let's be friends.
Yes.
Let's be a child.
Listen, I've said it for years and I'll say it till the day I pass. Children, the purest ideas the world have ever had. Unaffected, uninfected, absolute purity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
And that's what that poem was exactly about. It's, you know, say cheese to help you force that smile. As a matter of fact, just keep saying cheese. Keep, you know, be a child. Be, You know, like I said in the poem, I said, light a fire in the backyard just so the neighbors have a reason to come down to be concerned. You know, the neighbors are going to check on you, but have something more ready than a sharp tongue for them.
Yes.
You have something.
Oh, yes.
So, but
I had a lady in work last week, and I'm on a promenade, and as I'm walking past, she gave me a smile, yeah?
yeah,
And I just smiled back. But it took that 5 seconds when you go past to think, wow, she's just made my day.
yeah,
She's just smiled. Not a word passed. We didn't say good morning or anything else. Just the smile. She went her way, I went my way. And 5 seconds down the promenade, and I thought, she's just made my day.
yeah, yeah. That's what it is. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody tells when people tell when you know people ask me how are you getting through this and how do you find your happiness, and often I tell them go to your local supermarket, buy balloons, go to the counter, buy some balloons here. I don't know if in England they do, but here they fill them for you. You walk out with helium balloons.
Yes.
And on the car ride home, pop one just so you have a reason to go back and talk to that little old lady at the counter that filled them for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Pop one
Absolutely.
instead of getting angry about everything that goes wrong. If that balloon popped, it popped for a reason. They want you to go back to say hello.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, that literally happened to me, John. I bought her a bunch of balloons for one of our anniversaries, and I had a certain amount in my head that I needed to have, and it popped. And I went back and I said, you know what? I'm not going to be angry. That little old lady made me feel, like you said, in that one moment, she made me feel. We were both 6. She was at the time. She was in her 80s, so it was wonderful. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's what life is about, Mike. It's not about getting angry.
Yes, sir.
It's about understanding what's just happened.
Yeah.
And helping yourself not to recognize the situation in the future or any situation similar.
Yes,
and how
sir.
to avoid it. How to make it a better situation.
Yeah. I didn't understand that before Sarah passed away. I didn't have these, you know, I found my depth within the words, I love you and goodbye. That's where my depth came from, her passing. And really, really took, you know, about a year now in solitude. I've just started coming out of my shell. I had to make sure that Mike was okay before I could move forward.
But look what you gained from it all. What you're giving out now to others.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you've gained knowledge. You've gained a new way of looking at life. You've got a whole new outlook for the future.
Yes, sir.
And you know exactly what you're going to have in your mind for that future. You know what you can avoid. You know what you can walk into. I know there's a lot of hurt, but when you can take the lessons from the hurt, wow.
Yeah, it was so much, John. It was you know, I'm still yet to see Sarah. I wasn't welcome to the funeral. They buried her in they cremated her in private. They had the viewing in private. I was not welcome. Still not. Unfortunately, when people pass in such a manner, oftentimes the loved ones look for people to blame. I blamed others. They blamed me, and nobody's perfect. But I'm still yet to see Sarah. Yeah, I'm still yet to see Sarah. There's a lot going on. You know, there was a lot to my story that people don't know. Neither side of the family supported me. Social media supported me. My friends supported me. I had people come from other states to drive here to preach and fellowship with me and talk about God and life. And my friends have saved me. My friends, new ones and old ones, they've kept me alive. They did this. So it's been and one other thing I'd like to say, John, is my biggest accomplishment since Sarah passed away was making her a published author. I was given permission to get her published as well. And her and I wrote a poetry book together. And my son is actually in it as well. I do have a 12-year-old son who's now
brilliant.
Yeah, now he's officially an author. So the 3 of us together, and that's my closure, John. That's my heaven. That's
fantastic.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and the book I was actually we're actually selling and giving away. If you can't afford it, we give it away. So it's great. It's on my page if anybody wants to look into it. So
tell these guys your page.
Yeah, my page is Word Nerd Inc. INK. So it's Word Nerd INK. Or just look me up under Mike Ristic. I'm out there. And the book's on there. I'm sure it'll explain itself. I don't want to plug the book. It's there. I'm not looking to plug anything here. I just wanted to share and just
you've shared a hell of a lot tonight, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
I would love to interview you on a personal show. I'll talk to you about that at a later time. Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
I'll go through that with you, where it's just you and I on the Dear John show.
Sure.
We'll have your poetry. I'll bring a couple of poems from other people, of course. And it'll be just you and I. And I'll set that up with you
I
for a
would love that.
future date. Yeah?
I would love
Yeah?
that. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. You're most
Thank you.
welcome. Mike, thanks a million for sharing with us
Thank
tonight.
you.
You are an absolute gentleman.
Thank you.
Have a
Let me
great
say,
week
let me just say
ahead. I
goodbye
hope
to everybody.
everything is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to say goodbye to all my word nerds. I see you guys out there. Bye, word nerds. Love y'all. See y'all later today. I'm going to go live today. Love y'all.
Have a good one, Mike.
Thank
All
you,
the
bud.
best.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for tonight.
Thank you,
Bye
sir.
bye, my friend.
God bless.
Bye bye. Mike Ristic. Again, as I said, tonight's poets, not new poets as in newly writing poets, new poets of the community. And what a beautiful gentleman to bring on. What a life. My God Almighty. Wow. And people tell us we got problems. We got this. Tell me you got problems, guys, at the minute. Really and truly, tell me you got problems. All mine have just gone out the window if I thought I had any. We're going to go looking for a certain lady now. A very certain lady. Is she still with me? Of course, of course. Nina Tila, by the way, I don't have anything for you at the moment. I can't invite you because you're not there to add. So I'm going to bring Marna. I mean, everyone in America and Germany is able to come in. But where is Nina? Nina? You got to get yourself prepared. Marna, how the devil are you? Love your purple.
Well,
You've got my favourite colour on tonight.
I got
Wow.
purple on today. I know.
You
I know.
have.
I'm still wiping away tears because, as you know, I relate so very well to what Mike was saying.
I do indeed. I
So
do indeed.
I'm in tears, but at the same time, I mean, what he says, it's true. You know, you learn. This is what a friend of mine who had just lost her husband about 6 months before I did told me. One day you'll learn to breathe again, and that's something that I held with me. And one day I did learn to breathe again.
And
And that's
Mike is
kind of,
sending you big hugs, by the way. I'm just looking at the comments going up, yeah? He's sending you big hugs. He knows what you're going through as you know what he's going through. And
yes,
we're
it's hard.
all souls on this planet in one way, shape, or form. And the best we can do is help each other.
Oh yeah.
Discuss everything, and a place like this, the show like this, to bring people that can bring people together. Well, we know we've built togetherness by far,
I'm
absolutely.
sorry, but I'm okay. I'm okay now.
No, you just listen. You just take your time, okay?
I'm okay.
What did we say with Mike? It's okay not to be okay. Isn't that right?
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I know. Just like I say this, that probably went after the eye surgeries. That's how we said about John. He's probably up there thinking somebody better be looking out for her because she's going to get in trouble. So
Yeah. Yeah.
well, we know too well.
You mean I'm not the only one that recognizes this?
I know. It's
Oh,
okay.
my.
When they at church again, I mean, I'm sitting in my naughty chair doing my welcoming thing, and somebody goes, "Why do they put you in the back?" And one of the guys just busted out laughing, and I'm like, "I'll let you explain it because I'm not even going to try." You know.
Oh, yeah. You're getting very good at doing that past the book, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the pastor was
You gave me a great surprise during the week. Wow, did you give me a great surprise? You went and got 3 brand newbies, didn't you? Three
Yes, I
that
did.
you knew. I would never even possibly recognize the names, have no inkling or idea, and I love that.
I've been knowing Bill for, oh gosh, I can't even count how many years. I've been knowing Mariana for probably almost as many years. And David is a new one for me. I mean, I've just met him, but yeah, I love all three of them. All three of them write beautiful poetry.
I
And
read.
Bill has this thing. He does a live thing that he goes live just himself, and he'll just come up with poetry right off the top of his head. He's not reading it, he's making it up like it while he's live. And I'm like going, what? You know,
Oh,
he does.
yeah,
Like
but
the one I'm reading you is one that he actually went back on as one of his live shows and and made a copy of it because it was something that just came off the top of his head. I'm
don't you
like,
just
oh,
love when people can do something just so spontaneous? Yeah.
I mean, I can do it too. Short stuff like this is. I mean, I can do it, but I don't do it as often as he does. He does it all the time.
Oh, put your dummy back in, you pacifier. Come on.
But I'll start with Bill's if you want me to. Tell me when you.
No. Before you start, at least tell everybody who you've got.
I have Bill Parsons, and the poem I'm reading from him is Life's Lessons. And I have David Wagner, and the poem I'm reading from him is Night. And then I have Mariana Jo. I'm going to always mess up her last name. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll get it. I have Mariana Jo
Arlen.
Yeah, every time I try to go say it, I'm like going, I'm going to mess this up. And Bill.
Well, the good thing is you have David Wagner now is on the chat. Hello, David. So you got David in.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, then if David's in, I'll read his first.
Ooh.
Now, David and I have become pretty good friends, so you know,
Excellent.
David's been through a tough time, and I so appreciate his strength and courage. And he knows I'm good. Yeah, he's a good guy. Writes beautiful, beautiful poetry. But I will start with David's.
Where have you gone?
I've got nothing. Hang on. I'm
You've
putting it so I can read it.
You've disappeared off the camera. We were up on the ceiling just then.
I know, because I was getting to David's. Now I'm
So
back.
I thought you were wanting to sit on the ceiling.
Oh God, no, I'd fall. But here is David Wagner's poem. And David, I hope I do it justice. Night. We gathered shooting stars against day, skipped moonstones on the obsidian sky, and sloshed the Milky Way. Skimmed the spangled pool, enumerated the stars, pointing to them one by one. Used our hands as a rule, plotting constellations high, with hands entwined in secret patterns. When we made love in the sky. That's it.
You know, we've just finished the micristic and the loss, and we have the love and the embrace. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it so ironic, even in poetry?
Yes,
Things
I
can
said
work
David
out.
picked the perfect time to be here because
Yeah.
this kind of blends in what Mike read.
Yes. Absolutely. Wow. You know, we couldn't have planned this the way it's gone.
No, we could
We
not
just
have.
couldn't have done it. It would have been impossible to predict or to presume we could have put that like that. That is absolutely amazing. Wow.
I hope I did okay, David.
Absolutely shocked, but that's beautiful.
If I didn't, he won't speak to me again. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
But
man.
that kind of brought tears to my eyes as well a little bit. It's very
You're having
pleasing. Very,
you're having a very wet night tonight. Wow.
yeah, at least, well, it's not raining yet, but it probably will be. So yeah, might even get wetter. But anyway, at least I didn't get wet coming back from church this time.
For a change, yeah,
Really.
yeah.
Okay,
David,
so
thank you so
now,
much for your poem. Really, really enjoy it. Thank you.
yes, I did. I enjoyed reading it. I hope I did it justice, David. I really do.
Yeah, David just said you were great.
Well, thank you. Well, now
And
would you like
buy an umbrella, woman, will you?
okay. Would you like for me to read Bill Parsons?
Nah, I'm going home now. I'm off. I've had enough.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, Bill
Go
Parsons.
on, it's you.
I know, I know, I know. Oh yeah, I had my name tag on the magnetic one, and I always look down. I went, "Ew, it's in large print. At least I know who I am while I'm here." I always say that. I know, I know there's something not right with me, but
There's
anyway,
not, yeah, that's,
it's.
well, I didn't want to say, but I agree.
Oh, I know you agree. I agree. I mean, it's really sad when I admit it and I agree to it. Um, this is called Life's Lessons. Now, this is a little bit deep. I will say that. Best to be kind, not mean. Believe, don't fear. Light will drive away the dark. Life has many cycles and seasons. Enjoy each. Soon the path ends. The ground awaits.
Isn't that haunting?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that haunting? That is really haunting. That is beautiful. That is wonderful.
Considering what we're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
again.
And, there are that many paths in life. But at the end of every path, there's a ground. And that is the
Yeah,
ground that swallows us, isn't it?
that's exactly right.
That's the ground that we all end in. That piece of land. Yeah. So how we
Yep.
walk the path to reach the ground is
Mm-hmm.
really vital to ourselves, isn't it? Just as the individual.
You
Because
know,
one
and
day you're going to stand all alone. It doesn't matter if you have
yeah,
1 million friends or 2 million friends. You'll end up, you sleep alone. You go to bed, you stay in a room, and it's all down to you. You got to measure your own time.
no, you don't.
Uh,
You don't. You don't. And like I said, sometimes you get a second chance that you don't even know you will. But if you don't, it's like you make the most of every day.
yeah.
And not because they say you don't know, tomorrow is not promised. That's not how I look at it. You
No,
make the best of every day because every day is worth something. Whether if it's a good day or a bad day,
even a
it's
bad day has its worth because a bad
as
day
it
can be the change for tomorrow to bring it a good day.
right, exactly
Positive, negative. Everything is positive, negative opposites, isn't it?
right.
Dwayne,
So
thanks for
I
coming
do.
back. I'm delighted to see you there, buddy. And William Parsons has just come and said, lovely Marner.
Oh, good.
There you
Okay.
go. There you go.
I know. Thank you, Bill. I call him Billy Boy.
Ooh, giving away secrets now, are we?
No, no, I call him Billy Boy. I'm good friends with both him and his wife.
Do you know, Nina, it does. It seems like it's an emotional evening indeed, and I'd agree with you. It is a very emotional evening. But it's going to be something that everybody that we have at the show tonight relates to. Somewhere
Now,
along the line, there's so many here that have gone through the losses that Marna speaks of and Mike speaks of and Bill has
mhm.
spoken of in his poem and everybody that we could, like I said to Marna, we could not have planned. And each of us have picked our own.
No,
We've all gone and picked our own poems. So it's not as though we picked out all the poems as one person. This is so good for me. I'm absolutely loving the way this is turning out in the sense of we all picked specific poetry without knowing what each other was picking. That's unbelievable.
And then the next one I'm reading, Mariana Joe's one, it's from a different, it's totally different, but a little hint. I'm no, I'm not going to say anything more than that. But
No.
again, it's like there was a higher power working through all this tonight. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Absolutely. God, I couldn't think any different myself, whether I was a believer or a non-believer. There's something has happened on the show tonight.
Something was in the air tonight,
Wow.
and we all took a deep breath of it. So down
Definitely.
tape, and I
Definitely.
wasn't even looking, and I knew what you did because I can hear it.
Yes.
Hello, kitty. Bye, kitty. Don't you knock down my water, kitty. Okay. Are you ready
Oh,
for me? The
poor
next one.
kitty.
Oh yeah. Oh, poor kitty, my
Yes,
butt.
rest in peace, Sarah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, kitty.
Not
Where'd
the
you go?
kitty, Sarah.
Oh,
Mike's Sarah. Kitty.
oh yes. Rest in peace, Sarah.
No,
He'll
I
be
only
in
like kitties
my
cooked on both sides.
he'll be in my thoughts because I know it's difficult,
Oh,
you know. But anyway, I hope this, like he read an uplifting one. I hope that you guys will find this uplifting as well. Okay.
yeah. All the way.
Okay. This is by Mariana Joe Arlen, and it's called
Yes.
Fulfillment. There in the valley, a cabin still stands, logs split and hewed by her daddy's own hands. Now by the lamplight, she sits and she writes of beauties, the memories of her childhood plights, of mamas climbing roses, of rail fences left to decay, of wildflower gardens so grand in their day. The wind whispers gently like familiar laughter, and then an eerie silence that haunts ever after. Yes, there in the valley, by stream and loam, she's content in her writing, although she's alone. She walks familiar trails with brambles overgrown, remembering old promises to make this her home.
Oh, wow. We all must have been in a very similar place to
Mm-hmm.
to get the poetry we have tonight. Wow. And this is one hell of a connecting poetry tonight. It really and truly is.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. First, I read Bill's, and then I read David's, and then I read this one, and it kind of connects everything together. And I'm like, how does this happen? I don't know.
We have embroidery poetry tonight. It's unreal. Absolutely unreal. And there you go. Even Nina's come in and said the community is evolving. We've had a dog and a cat this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have. Even the animals want to join us here. You know that's got to be a good sign, Marna.
Well, I have to tell you what the cat is doing. She's actually rubbing her head, the back of her ears, along the computer, the back of the computer. But she's saying hello too.
Yes, that's
Bella's saying, hello, my name is Belle. How are you?
is that. What's the cat's name?
Belle,
Hello,
Belle.
Belle. All the way from the UK, right across the whole of the open Atlantic Ocean. Hello, Belle.
She's, let's see if she'll let me grab her. And you'll be able to see what she looks like. This is Belle.
Hello, Belle. Hey. Bell.
Because
Yeah.
I hear
See
my
those
name
ears
and I don't
totally
know
pricked
where
up.
it's coming from.
Oh, thank you,
I
Diane.
don't
The
know where
poetry
it's
tonight
coming
is awesome. That's what
from.
Diana
No.
said. Yeah,
Huh?
that's what Diane said. The poetry tonight is awesome. Awesome. Yes, it is. It's beautiful. I'm delighted with tonight being the new poets to the platform. Yeah, the new
Oh, I
introduction.
love it.
Yeah, as we said before, among ourselves, Marina, we want to grow a community of people that want to be together around each other to support each other, and that's
Exactly.
exactly what we are building.
And
And
that's why, because the Mariana, I know her from the website that I moderate. I help moderate. And it's the same thing with there. That's why we do challenges, because we want to bring the poets together, the writers together in
yeah,
their own way. And they can choose which challenge fits what their style is. And it's just so much fun. So much fun. Hello, Belle. What are you doing? Now she's interested. She liked your voice. He's got a crush on you.
I hope I'm not going to get a cat in the post. Oh my God,
No, you're
not
not.
the mail. Come on.
No, you're not. She's actually looking at the phone. She's looking at the computer and she's looking at the phone and she's trying to figure out where the sound is coming from. She's
Oh, poor kitty. Poor
she's a
Belle.
sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, she is so,
She's a,
so, so pretty.
she's a beautiful kitty. She's called a snowshoe Siamese. She's got the Siamese coloring, but she's got the white in her on her face and
Yeah.
stuff. Got the black, like the black and brown legs and paws. I mean, and feet, but her paws are white.
Oh, you know,
Oh yeah, she.
while I got you there, I'm gonna keep you there for a minute. I'm gonna keep you there for a minute, and I'm gonna read a poem for you, something different, yeah,
Okay.
to help, yeah. And it's from a gentleman called Bobby Cook, yeah. I think it's
I love
Bobby,
Bobby Cook.
Bobby Cook, and it's called Betrayed. The morning sun is rising as I try to write this all down. Last night I threw up barricades, another place, another town. After all the ineffective words, nothing we said felt, nothing we said felt right. My heart rose in my throat when you confessed to me your sin. But I would not let the tears come. I couldn't give you that win. When did this foreign presence arrive? When did these ways come from? You said it wasn't money, sex or variety. If it had been, I might have won. You said you needed a different kind of love. What I offered you, what I offered, you said was all wrong. But you hid behind deceit, not a word, no chance for me to sing my song. I took a look at our marriage bed, where you had loved with a stranger, but with your walls, your windows locked. I never even glimpsed the danger. Some words are sassy, but not quite right. For the betrayal, I felt a dull, empty feeling. So I walked out the door without a slam. The images in my mind had me reeling. Now, as I sit and write this down, in a different place, a different town, I look outside, and to my surprise, I see the morning sun going down. I sat and drank, wrote too long. I feel like the victim of a country song. It's the amazing thing with country songs, really, isn't it? Oh, they're all so sad.
Whew,
And
that
wow.
has the most. I that has to be the most hurtful thing. I just can't imagine
Yeah. And
that
again,
betrayal.
it's another thing that happens in life, a reality
Yeah.
to somebody. It's somebody's reality. It has happened to someone.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very much so.
Many that I think that's why we can't all understand each other's pain so plainly because we've not experienced that pain. And we are human. We can't gauge how a person hurts, can we? At times. Marna, you've stiffened out on me. It's either I'm gone or you're gone. Hope someone can tell me if it's me. Connection problem. Okay, guys, can anybody see me? Am I still on? Or have I gone off air? Nina Thielo, you're still not there, by the way. Christine Barker, you are. Jennifer Polonetsky, you're there. But I cannot see. Oh, come down. Nina, come on, girl. Where are you? I'm on. Thank you, Diane. Myrna's gone. Myrna went stiff. She's stilled out on me. Thank you, David. And Ina. It's trying to get Nina on now, Ina, because she's not coming up as an ad. So, Nina, I think we need Andy again. You're becoming impossible, you. Absolutely impossible. You're going to have to do something here because you've got me beside myself. You really and truly have. I don't know what to be doing with myself with you. You're having problems with the connection as well, Christine. Wow. I don't know. Nina, come on, girl. Get in there. Get started up. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I'm not going. I swear to God, I'm not going to read all those poems off of the page. Oh God, we have 216 followers now. We got a new follower while we're here. No, hello, no. Very good. Oh, Ina. It's not Ina. It's Ina. I get you. Cheers, Ina. Thank you. So, Nina, I'm going to give you a text message on Messenger to tell you you're not coming on here because I can't find you. Nina, get Andy. Quick. Where are you? I shouldn't be leaving it as silent as this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get you all your wonderful poetry in for tonight. Oh, I know. You're here. So she's telling me she's here. Yes, at last. It's about time. I think you do this to wind me up. My blood pressure is all over the place here. And I need some medicine. Hello, Nina. How are you, my dear? Good to see you again.
You blame me every week.
Because you're not there for an ad. And all of a sudden, when I give out because you're not there for an ad, you appear to be added. Oh, yeah. I'm
So
getting suspicious. Very suspicious.
You have to get cross with me first. Is that what it is before I appear?
I'm beginning to think so, yeah.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to.
Does God Almighty, look at my brow. Look, it's
Yeah, shiny.
Do you know, I can't remember. Darn. I can't remember which email you gave me Chris's quotes in. Don't go there. You know what I'm like.
I'm not saying anything.
Hold on, right now. As a matter of fact, so I don't lose them because I've got to go back to another page, haven't I?
Have you? Oh yeah. It's the last email I sent.
I've done the mystery one, didn't I? I've done.
Yeah.
I haven't done Night Terror, have I?
No.
I'll do it after your first one then. But before we go into your first one, I'm going to do Chris's quotes. I like these quotes actually. So I'm going to give them for the quotes for the week ahead. Yeah?
You're not saving them to the end?
No, not these ones, because we have the story for the end, haven't we?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So you should pay attention to this one.
So sorry.
Very much.
So sorry. God.
Don't spend your life worrying about what others may think. Most of them don't.
Yeah.
We know that, don't we?
Mm.
The next one. When you meet someone without a smile, give them one of yours. And I love that because just a minute I was saying about that lady that went along the promenade last week in the
Yeah.
job and just smiled. Just out of nowhere, just smiled. Wow,
Yeah.
made my day. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Did you know? Life is a merry dance that teaches you new steps every day.
Certainly is.
I find it hard. I've still got 2 left feet.
Yeah, you can't dance, can you?
There's lots of things I can't do, believe it or not.
Yeah, you're still a beginner.
Yeah. And my favourite of all for
Mm.
tonight is just what I'd said to Mike earlier on about the child inside of us. Listen to the children. They have so much to teach us. And
They
have.
do. Yeah.
Oh, yes, they do.
Mm.
Absolutely. Chris Edridge, thank you so much. They're absolutely brilliant. Love them. Absolutely love them. I have one for coming up from Billy Pinder Raynard Bowness.
Yep.
Yeah,
You do.
we do. So we will have that one. I'm not going to do it straight away. I'm going to do it after you read some.
Okay. All right.
Because you've done nothing all night. I mean, you've done absolutely nothing all night except stayed off camera. Thank you very much.
Don't you dare, Mr. Don't you dare.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Okay, so another one of our new lovely ladies to the show, and I know that she's in the audience, is Ina Clendini. And
No. It's not Ina.
it is Ina.
It's Ina. No.
Ina.
N-U-H. It's there on the screen.
Ina, don't you connect me. You're the one that mispronounces everything.
Oh no, honest to God. It says down here, it is a picture of an I and N-U-H.
Ina.
I know, not Ina. Nah. Go on, it's your turn.
Ina, please sort him out. Anyway, this is called Love. Where are you, my love? Where did you go? Left me here waiting all alone, don't you know? I look for you in the stars of the skies, a sign I am seeking that our life wasn't lies. Why did you hurt me? Why couldn't you stay? Now I walk through this life, the beauty around me turned grey. Did you know it would punish me all the days that you're gone, blaming myself always for not being strong? I pray God in his mercy will set me free to go on without you and find the new me. I loved you and hated you for what you've done. Now it's time I let it go, for this race I must run. To find happiness in this world, I'll look for and seek, and let you go, who no longer speaks.
Nina, how did this happen this week? How did we end up with the poetry being the way it is? Well,
Because
we've
there's
all gone.
a lot of incredible writers out there.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute pleasure to read. You know, it's
Wow.
incredible. And they're just pouring out now. I've had so many new people in my group alone. And it's just a pleasure to read their work. It really is. It's as I said before, it's easy pickings out there now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing. So that was a lovely piece, really, really sweet piece. But
we can sincerely say in tonight's show we haven't had just pieces with a pulse. Everything has had a full heartbeat so far, right the way through.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's been an incredible show, and I'm glad you brought Myrna on after Mike, because I don't think I could have come on straight away. What an incredible man, and a lovely man.
Oh, an absolute pleasure to actually sit this side of the camera with me.
Oh, definitely.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Very inspiring.
So much to offer, even in all of his hurt. You know, this, wow.
Yeah.
We need people like this in the world. We need to highlight people like this because they don't get enough credit for their presence in this world. They really and truly don't.
And what a strong personality. I'm sure he probably at times doesn't feel like he's very strong, but he comes across as an incredible person. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! Absolutely wonderful. And like I said, him at the end of of his poetry. I will do a full review of
Yeah,
Mike at a later date. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll agree a later date and bring him for a full Dear
yeah. That
John
would be an
review.
incredible show. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would look forward to that one very much.
And we've already planned among ourselves, the whole five in the team. We're on the same page. That's the beauty of it. We're here to highlight people. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what
And
it's about, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, that's what it's all about. That's why we go to find the people we go to find.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously all these guys have their own platforms. Maybe they have their own pages or groups, or that, you know, they're in possibly in a multitude of groups.
Yeah.
But this is just another one. This is, you know, this is just somewhere else for them to be heard where maybe they wouldn't have been before.
Yeah. And plus, they've got to know so many other new poets outside of the places they actually post in
Yeah,
or performs
exactly.
there are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about engagement and growth, isn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, the page followers just goes to show that in 7-8 weeks, you know, over 200 followers is incredible.
We've got 216 in 7 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
And so many new people. And I keep saying to you, have you heard of so and so? Do you know so and so?
And I don't. I don't, but I'm absolutely delighted that they want to be in the same community as us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're
Definitely.
most welcome in.
Yeah, new names
Absolutely.
all the time. Brilliant. Yeah. Are you going to read Billy's?
Nah, I'm gonna let you do another one.
Yeah. Oh, you're too kind.
I know. I know.
Okay. This is a lovely piece by Renette D'Souza, and it's called The Inner Eye. Unveil the cloak that shields the truth, where wisdom lies within its gaze, the window to the soul in sooth, illuminated by its bright shining rays. Unlock the portals of the soul, in clarity of mind and good deeds. Embrace not the pieces but the whole, on that path to where knowledge leads. Uncover the vision of new possibilities, of inner thoughts, desires and ambitions. A pulsating galaxy of vibrant energies, the chakras of rainbow-hued emotions. Unmask a wholeness on this path of light, on the gateway to higher consciousness. From perceptions beyond ordinary sight, dawns a great spiritual awareness. Unravel the mysteries of the mind, in meditation does an awakening lie. A sanguine universe the heart does find, upon the revelation of the inner eye.
You know, the inner eye, the most important eye we have.
Isn't that a lovely relaxing?
Isn't it beautiful, relaxing
Yeah.
piece that is? Yeah, that can make you just fall back into your springs.
I know. That's one of those that you want to close your eyes and listen to.
Yes.
It makes you want to go into a meditative state, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Lovely.
Oh, yes. That's a beautiful piece, that is. Wow, wow, wow.
But they all, I mean, it's been incredible again tonight. You know, I mean, there's no one that stands out above the others. They're all up there, aren't they? They've all got their own story to tell. It's just been amazing.
I think we hit it on the head when myself and Mike were talking. You can tell it's from in here.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. You can tell
Yeah.
it wasn't written just for the sake of having something to write.
No,
It's been written in here.
no,
That's-
exactly.
That's the
There's been-
beauty of what we've gotten, yeah?
Yeah, there's been thought put into it, and like you say, it's written with feeling, it's written with intent, emotion, and that's why we all get something from it, because we can connect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you put your soul out there, you're a soul yourself. You're gonna pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So another new lady to us is Benedicta Ruiz. And this is a very short, sweet little piece. And the end is absolutely gorgeous. It's called Musing Before Dawn. This moment is mine and mine alone. This moment when the sun is hovering over the horizon, rising steadily from the depths of the world, illuminating what lies ahead, the oceans, the mountains, the plains. This moment of stillness soon to be broken with the noise and chatter of the morning, like in the quietude of the mind, soon to release the words I need to say, to write, to contemplate. This moment I call my musings before dawn.
Oh, isn't it lovely when you find yourself in a piece of space you want nobody to invade?
Oh, so you can just imagine, can't you? It's, you know, the
Yeah,
sun is rising, all is quiet, people aren't up and about, and it's just that moment of peace. I just, oh, lovely.
it's brilliant, isn't it? Just to get that
Yeah,
moment of peace, just to you, for yourself, and you know
yeah,
what's meant for you. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Probably feel
I'm
like you're
all
the only
upbeat
person
now.
awake.
I'm all upbeat. I'm all upbeat now. Yes.
Oh, kiddo.
I'm gonna try this one from Night Terror
Yep.
from Billy Pindler, Reynard Bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna scare us now, aren't you?
I am. Might as well put a little scare in there. Why not? Why not? Night Terror. A shiver creeps right through the house, searching hard for a spine to tingle. It scuttles and darts around like a mouse, hunting just for the right soul to single. Out for its attention, upon which to blow that cold icy breath to make shudder and shake. The one that it settled on never will know why they felt such a fear when not even awake.
Mm.
For it found them and used them, wrapped and smothered their skin, pricked and tickled their bodies during REM. A dream frigid and sharp and as bitter as gin. I like a drop of gin. Pink gin. Yes, the terror that gets you, however you try, shoots hard up your back like the strongest of shingle. The worst thing about it is you never know why, with your deep, darkest fears, is determined to mingle.
Mm.
Well,
Oh,
that's done it for me. Thank you very much, Billy, because now I'm not going to bed. Not for a long while yet.
you big scaredy cat.
I just can't sleep with the light on. Never could. So
Mm.
I'm not going just yet, you know. I can't even leave the telly on, Nina.
Do you need one of those baby lamps that puts moonbeams and stars across the ceiling and
No. I just need to read a bit of How to Train Your Dragon first, and I'll be fine.
yeah, soon.
I'll be fine after that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christine. Benedicta,
Uh,
hello to you too.
Billy's put quite a few good pieces in the group actually, so I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more from him. And
Oh,
again,
yes.
he's another one that varies his rights. He's put some funny pieces up. He's put the scary pieces up. He's put some. There was a political one went up earlier today, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of Billy on the show.
You still have Guess Who to come, haven't you? I'm doing well because nobody's been able to guess my poet yet. Nobody.
I think some people probably missed it at the beginning, didn't they? So
Well, that's their misfortune. Get here earlier then. Just get here earlier. Don't give me excuses for not being here on time. I'm here on time. I'm already here.
Now.
Spit me dummy.
So you're Teddy out the pram, why don't you?
Okay. I'm glad I'm over that.
All right, you're all right now. Yeah. Feeling better?
Much
What's your blood pressure?
Well, I will be if I find this other email you sent me. I can't remember what I've done with it.
Well, there's not much I can do about that, love, is there?
Go on, I'm listening. Go on.
Are you? You can't multitask.
I can.
I
Put
haven't
my
got
ear to the phone, eyes to the computer.
Yes, it means I haven't got
find
your
this one
attention.
dead. And I found it, yes. Get
This
in
is
there.
a piece by this is a piece by the lovely Alahana Iskrig. She's another new lady to us, and I know she's in the audience, or she was earlier anyway. Hope she's still with us. And it's called Weeping Blue. This daily dose of our cultural reality, a pandemic spread too far and too wide across this land. It's really gotten to be quite out of hand. No longer can it remain silent behind a closed door. Statistics lost to us forevermore. Our heightened awareness keen to the forefront it is brought. A growing populace, mentally unravelling, efforts to intervene futile and for naught. Saviours to the beaten remain to be seen. In its grip to be caught into the fist, the one of despair, deep and unending, searching for a foothold, gasping for air. I know what it is to be weeping blue, for many times I have been there too.
Being somewhere, yeah,
Mm,
where someone else has been,
mm,
and having it described, and the amount of differences being in one place. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
you've gone somewhere where someone else has been, but yet you've experienced something totally different
yeah.
to their
Yeah.
experience.
There was a lot going on in that one. Again, that's one of those ones where you need to read it over and over, listen, or maybe listen to it over and over. There was an awful lot going on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It reminds me of one of the pictures you sent me that we were going to do we were doing the duet on,
right.
and we had so much in the picture with the unicorn, the wizard,
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
around. There was that much in that poem, in
Mm,
the picture. The
yeah.
closer you looked at the picture, then you started to pick up the pieces.
Oh,
It's
the
the
more
same
you
with
saw. Yeah.
eh?
The more you looked at the picture, you just saw different things. There was more and
Yeah.
more to be seen.
They just came out to the fore, didn't they, as you went
Yeah,
along? I mean, I didn't see the wizard for ages.
yeah,
And then I went back and I look at the unicorn from a different angle, and
yeah,
there he is leaning out at the tree, and
yeah,
wow,
exactly.
it's a wizard here as well.
And that's what that piece has just done. It's just, as I say, it's one of those where if you read it over and over again, you're going to get something different from it every time.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And then I have a very short and sweet piece from our lovely Rose Hannah.
Rose is in your group, isn't she?
Rose is in my group. She is. She's one
Yes.
of my very helpful moderators, and I couldn't do without my lovely moderators. So,
Wow.
yeah. And here, this one is called Finding My Way. I walk among these hallowed grounds, but to this land I am no longer bound. I have no ties that keep me here. There is nothing left that I revere. No one to grant my heart's desire. No one to give me what I require. No one to keep me from the cold. No burning flame inside my soul. There is no one to hold me back, to change my mind or change my path. I will walk my way to a happy life, leave behind all my stress and strife. And through the storm I have gone, I have finally found my way home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
I'm gonna
read
have to get
into
you to
that.
send me one or two of these poems over to read for myself because I never got to see them. Oh, I have them actually, haven't I?
You do have them, you
I do
fibber.
have them. So
Yeah.
after this is over, I am definitely gonna go and have a look at these poems because these are beautiful
Yeah.
pieces.
You read
Absolutely
into that one
beautiful.
what you want, really, don't you? That's
Yeah.
there's an awful lot going on in it, and yeah, it's
If you had have done that poem as the mystery poem, I
you would
will
never
be
have guessed
totally
Rose.
honest, hand on heart,
You
I'd
wouldn't
have
have guessed
never
Rose.
have guessed Rose.
I
Not
know.
a
Well,
chance.
yeah, that's
Wouldn't
why.
have even been on my top 500 list.
Yeah, no, really, really lovely piece from Rose, and I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. So, yeah, fabulous.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
That was a great capture. Absolute great capture, Nina. Wow.
Oh, I'm thrilled with all the ones that I've got. I mean, all of them are brilliant tonight, but yeah, fabulous. And I'm glad I found Mike as well because he's just been such an asset to the show. He really has.
Big time.
Yeah. So we're so grateful to have him with us, and long may he be so as well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So then I have one by Peter Davies, and it's called.
Long while since I've come across Peter Davies. I've known Peter Davies a few years now from other groups. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's new to the show, isn't he?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is called Unopened Letters. What lies beneath the yellowing paper? Your words unread, the warm heartbeat to miss. Spilt ink long dry in the silk silent darkness. The perfume that still holds the final kiss. What remains in the long lost time to fill? the cold, empty spaces between word and pen. Thoughts poured once into this paper tomb, a soft memory that returns again and again. Unopened letters that were hidden away, words unread of a life that never would be. The tall tale forgotten in that old dusty room, a faint perfume that still holds the end of me. What is left of the once time torn down dream, sad empty spaces where summer sunlight shone, thoughts drained away into the eager night, memories of a sorrow never so very long gone.
Amazing what can bring back memories to us, even
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
a scent. Wow.
But that opening line, what lies beneath the yellowing paper, I mean, that, what an incredible start, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that could have gone anywhere, couldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there was a million forks in the road for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And again, it's one of those where you could put your own interpretation on it. I love those ones where it's open to the reader's imagination. Yeah. Obviously, the writer knows what they were saying and what they were thinking, but you can put your own twist on these pieces, and I love that. I just think incredible, right? Really good.
It's great when you see that opening is available in a piece.
Yeah.
That you don't have to just follow the thought process of the poet.
Yeah.
They've given you the opportunity to use your own.
Yeah.
Fit yourself in there. Your peg is the same shape as their peg. You fit in.
Yeah. We were saying about kind of open-ended pieces where you leave it and basically, you know, the reader decides what happens. So like you wrote a piece, didn't you, about and it was kind of like somebody said, oh, I feel like this isn't finished, and you said, but that's kind of the idea, it's up to you to finish it, really. And they're clever writes. I like those. Yeah. And then we have our second mystery piece. So again, I'm not going to say whose it is. It is called Silver and Gold.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I won't say it's Dwayne Leon. Oh, sorry, go on. You're reading this one.
You're so not funny. It's called Silver and Gold. I will give to you expensive gowns, trimmed with lace, the best ever found. They will shimmer in the soft moonlight and sparkle beneath the sun so bright. I will give to you a most precious stone to wear on your finger and yours alone. A stone so precious, only fit for a queen, its beauty beyond a fairy tale dream. I will fill your home with silver and gold, only the best your eyes will behold. I will gladly supply your every need, if you will bow down and worship me.
Whoa. No, Chris, you're miles out. Absolutely miles out. You've not even hit the post. Wow. I've got a feeling I know who this is, but I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah. It's I think if I didn't have it in front of me, I would find it quite difficult to say whose it was actually. It's a sweet little piece, but it's not necessarily one that I would put to this person, I don't think.
There you go. There you go. The same with the one I've read.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to say whose yours was before? Well, people.
No, they didn't even give me a guess. That's the end. That's out the window now.
Oh, no.
I've even forgotten who wrote my one.
You need to give credit to it. It was Chris's.
I was just about to do a drum roll and give that information out, and you jumped in.
Oh no, well, you were taking too long. Move along.
God.
Did you just drop the mic?
Oh, the whole lot's gone. Everything's across the floor and stuck in the wall.
Brilliant. You need to get a move on, love.
Oh, God.
So Chris was responsible for the very first one, which was a letter to Neil Diamond.
That was Chris Edridge.
Yeah, brilliant.
Responsible for the first one. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she did give me a name for this one, because I wouldn't have guessed it was yours either.
Mm.
Definitely not.
Maybe I should have just sent it to you and said, this is one of our Guess Who's. You wouldn't have known them, would you?
No, I probably wouldn't even read it for you.
That's nice, isn't it? So any more guesses for this one then? Chris has guessed Myrna. No, not Myrna.
No, definitely not Marna. No.
No.
You're welcome, Chris. Anytime.
No.
Go
Christine.
on.
Christine got it right. It was Charlotte.
Wow! Nice one,
Charlotte.
Christine. Well done.
Yeah.
Absolutely well done.
Yeah, brilliant. Really sweet
Wow.
little piece. I know Charlotte isn't with us at the moment. She had to run earlier, so she will have missed that.
But she was
yeah.
brilliant while she was there either way.
Yeah.
She's always fabulous with the crowd. I love her to pieces.
Yeah.
Absolutely love her.
It is. So yeah, that was Charlotte's lovely little piece.
I love her little pieces. I love when she sends me one a message and she'll say to me, "Can that any chance this could be read at some time? Not on the week that we're coming up to, but at any time."
Yeah.
I'd read Charlotte straight away. I love her poetry. It's lovely, lovely poetry.
Yeah, they've always got a lovely feel to them, haven't they?
Yeah. And then you give me a story with a moral like this. And I love this story tonight. And by the way, it's not the shark one. That's for next week. That's number 3. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Well, I can skip number 2 and go to number 3 if you want.
It's entirely up to you.
No, you just put me on. It doesn't matter. I'll go to the 3rd one.
I would hate to throw a spanner in the works and make you scroll down.
Yeah, well, I've done it without losing anything.
Go on then.
Whew. I just hope this still works for tomorrow. You love this one anyway, because I remember when we got them first. This was our number 1 straight away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. This is a story with a moral. You gotta have this one leading into your new week ahead. Shark bait. We're not talking about Jaws. We're going beyond Jaws, okay? So here we go. During a research experiment, a marine biologist placed the shark into a large holding tank and then released several small bait fish into the tank. Horrible people, these, aren't they? Absolutely horrible people.
Just read it.
I'm trying. I'm just, God. As you would expect, the shark quickly swam around the tank, attacked and ate all the smaller fish. I've had enough. I can't go through this. The marine biologist then inserted a strong piece of clear fiberglass into the tank, creating 2 separate partitions. So then he put the shark on one side and the set of bait on the other. Why didn't he do that the first time? Again, the shark quickly attacked, as sharks do. Undeterred, the shark kept repeating this behaviour every few minutes to no avail. Meanwhile, the bait fish swam around unharmed in the second partition. Eventually, about an hour into the experiment, the shark gave up. Do you know why he gave up, Nina? Well, I'm going to tell you.
Go on then.
This experiment was repeated several dozen times over the next few weeks. I swear to God, I'd have ate the guy that was feeding him. Each time, the shark got less aggressive and made fewer attempts to attack the bait fish, until eventually the shark got tired of hitting the fiberglass divider and simply stopped attacking altogether. And so would I. I'd stop hitting the one in the chip shop.
Just read it.
Okay, I'm going. God. Well, where did I stop altogether? The marine biologist then removed the fiberglass divider, but the shark didn't attack. The shark was trained to believe a barrier existed between it and the bait fish, so the bait fish swam wherever they wished, free from harm. The moral of the story. Many of us, after experiencing setbacks and failures, emotionally give up and stop trying. Like the shark in the story, we believe that because we were unsuccessful in the past, we will always be unsuccessful. In other words, we continue to see a barrier in our heads, even when no real barrier exists between where we are and where we want to go. What do you think of that?
I'm not sure people are going to get the moral of the story. You kept breaking off.
The moral of the story is, guys, whatever you do, don't put your fish in with a shark. He'll eat them. You know, I'm serious. Did you see what happened? He put them in and got them eaten, and then got his brothers and sisters for divided them. That is disgraceful, that is. I love
This
that.
is supposed to be educational.
Well, just educate people. Don't get your fish eaten.
I give up.
There's a lot of sharks out there, Nina. A lot of sharks with feet
Hang on a
and
minute.
everything else.
Hang on, I'm just looking for a white flag. I surrender.
So easily. Wow. I'm shocked.
Yeah, Chris has
What
got it.
can I say?
Chris has
You
got it
mean
right.
that's
Look,
all it took for me to get you to surrender?
zip it for a minute and listen.
Wow.
Chris has got it right.
What?
Moral is, never ask John to read a story.
I can do it again, Chris.
Please don't.
No. Next week, I'll read to you about the glass. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Not one of these petitions where fish get eaten so they can do an experiment. This is a real good one.
It's a really good story, but you fluffed it up by keep putting your own bits in. Just read the story, man.
Okay, I'll read the story. What I'll do is I'll make up for it now and I'll read another one, okay?
Really?
And I won't get involved in it. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So now, doesn't matter. We look for more of them as we go along. Everybody, this is the serious, dear John. This is a real story with a moral.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to just read this one to you.
Lovely.
Okay?
You're not capable.
If you don't get the moral of the story, don't blame me. Okay. Here we go. This is a story with a moral. The weight of the glass. Once upon a time, a psychology professor walked around on stage while teaching stress management principles to an auditorium filled with students. As she raised a glass of water, everyone expected they'd be asked the typical glass half empty or glass half full question. Instead, with a smile on her face, the professor asked, "How heavy is the glass? How heavy is this glass of water I'm holding?" Students shouted out answers ranging from 8 ounces to a couple of pounds. She replied, "From my perspective, the absolute weight of this glass doesn't matter. It all depends on how long I hold it. If I hold it for a minute or two, it's fairly light. If I hold it for an hour straight, its weight might make my arm ache a little. If I hold it for a day straight, my arm will likely cramp and feel completely numb and paralysed, forcing me to drop the glass to the floor. In each case, the weight of the glass doesn't change, but the longer I hold it, the heavier it feels to me." As the class shook their heads in agreement, she continued, "Your stresses and worries in life are very much like this glass of water. Think about them for a while, and nothing happens. Think about them a bit longer, and you begin to ache a little. Think about them all day long, and you will feel completely numb and paralysed, incapable of doing anything else unless you dropped." The moral of the story is, it's important to remember to let go of your stresses and worries. No matter what happens during the day, as early in the evening as you can, put all your burdens down. Don't carry them through the night and into the next day with you. If you still feel the weight of yesterday's stress, it's a strong sign that it is time to put the glass down. Now that is wonderful. That is in the moral of the story, because I think we all know when we carry something really heavy and a weight inside of our hearts and our minds, we can't concentrate on anything else. Nothing else can get through.
No.
And we've put that barrier up. And we think it's for self-protection. It's not. It's actually killing us.
Yeah.
But when we put the stresses down, what is the worst thing that can happen when you put your stresses down? Nothing.
I had
But the
to.
best is, come
I
on.
had to do it this morning because I laid in bed last night and I thought, oh, I haven't done this. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, I should have done that. And I got up this morning and I wrote a list and I thought, right, even if I don't get around to doing them, it's out of my head now. I haven't got to worry about remembering them. Yeah, and I mean, I didn't get up in the middle of the night and write myself a list, but I wrote it this morning and now I feel better that it's written down somewhere and I'm not going to forget those things again. Hopefully, I'll probably forget to look at the list, but never mind.
Yeah, but at least it's not the forefront of your mind. Everything else can happen now together. Yeah, you can multitask in your brain, for instance. Yeah, that's not blocking.
Hopefully, it won't rob me of my sleep tonight.
I hope not, because I don't want my sleep robbed either.
No, you sleep for England.
I do, absolutely. Only since I stopped smoking, Nina.
Good.
Only since I gave up. I can't believe how many hours I'm able to sleep straight now. Wow.
There you go then.
Wow, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, well done.
Honestly, absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon. I'm back.
Yeah, you should be. You should be really proud. You've done really well.
No, I'm absolutely delighted. Absolutely delighted. But again, the support I've had has been second to none. Yeah. Absolutely second to none.
Yeah.
At home, yourself, others on the pages and that. But at home, they've been absolutely brilliant. I think everybody was quite surprised. I didn't even have a sneaky one.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even have a sneaky one. I mean, all the way from 50 to 0 was a drop and a half.
Absolutely.
But I didn't want to fool me this time, because that's the only person you do fool is yourself.
Well, you're enjoying all the flavours, aren't you?
You know what? I've never known as many flavours in my life.
You can taste things now as well.
I was saying that to Ruth and Sandra yesterday. Foods that I'm used to having have a total different taste, texture to them.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying them even more than I did then. I'm gonna have to be very careful. Do you know what has become so amazingly beautiful? Bread.
Oh,
I cannot believe bread tastes so good. And it does. Now I'm getting worried because I will just eat the bread for the sake of eating the bread.
Yeah, it's not the best thing, is it? The funniest thing, and it's an image I've had in my head ever since you told me, is you going along on your bike and going, and then pedaling a bit more and then going.
Isn't that quite odd? Because I would never have a cigarette while I was on the bike.
No, vapes are too easy.
But this thing, I'm halfway up a hill, puffing and panting. I'm like Ivor the engine. Hello, Ed Clinton. How are you doing, mate?
You've done really, really well. Really well. Yeah.
Oh, I'm absolutely chuffed. Like I said, I'm absolutely chuffed. I should have done it a long, long, long time ago.
You should, but never mind, you're here now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's our newbie show. 2.5 hours. Good Lord.
What a beautiful show. What a beautiful show of poetry, of people, of connectivity.
Yeah.
Wow.
We brought 19 more people to the show in one week. That's incredible.
One piece is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know when these figures come up after the live feed itself, they're going to be huge. Absolutely huge.
Yeah.
You know, Candy. They're going to be absolutely huge.
I think it's lovely, actually, when you see each of the poets come in with their little army, with their little fan club, and you know, that's just lovely. It's amazing. So yeah, hopefully everybody that we've read tonight will come back and join us again. Yeah, it's beautiful to see those being supported and those giving support, because of support from everybody to everybody tonight. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We're a community. We're here for each other. We're here to enjoy each other's reads. That's what the whole premise of the show. So it is, and to tell stories with a moral without ruining the moral. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Really? Yeah. You know what's just happened? I'm smarting after that one. He came downstairs again, John. That's what he did. He came downstairs again. I know. But we'll forgive him because of the YouTube channel.
Oh, absolutely forgiven. Absolutely forgiven.
Yes.
That's you're 10 ahead now, Andy.
Yeah,
10 forgivenesses.
You've got brownie points, love.
Oh, Andy, thanks a million. Is there anything else we need to tell the audience that we were talking
I
about?
don't believe
I don't
there.
think so.
No.
We could. Have you got the link to put? Have you put the link on the page for
I will put it
YouTube
up.
channel?
Yeah. When the show
Yeah.
finishes, I will put the YouTube link into the comments, and we'll put all the poems into the comments as well for people to read. Read back for themselves as we have been doing for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, as I say, the YouTube channel is more for us, really. It's our backup, it's our safety, so we don't lose any more shows.
Yeah.
But because obviously people will come to the show page where we're going from tonight to watch the videos if they want to.
Yeah.
But obviously, if they're happier watching on YouTube, then the Dear John Show has its own YouTube channel now. But as I say, I will put the link up in the comments. But no, that's it. I think it's just, as I say, this was our special show to celebrate the fact that we have over 200 followers already on the show.
And look how special it has turned out to be.
Yeah, incredible.
Absolutely beautiful. You know what? And this is, I've said to you many times, Nina, this is what gives me the joy of coming back here every Sunday. Opening up a camera and bringing people together, because this is what happens when people come together. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
you couldn't
great
ask for anything more. Yeah.
And fabulous to have someone else come in and read as well. That's what we want.
That's exactly what I said earlier on.
Yeah.
Jennifer, thank you so much for getting in. Do you know Jennifer in Sydney, Australia, Jennifer Polonetsky, has set her alarm today to wake her up just for the show itself.
Oh,
It's not absolutely unbelievable. Keith Forsyth, how are you, my friend?
That's dedication. I don't think I'd set an alarm. No.
No, I don't think you would either.
No.
But then again, we got ways of making you talk.
Yeah, you keep sending me voice clips to listen to. Are you going to tell people about that actually for tomorrow?
Which?
Oh God.
What's happening tomorrow?
Story time.
Oh!
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, Nina will be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on the story page to read you a story called, what's it called? How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. I won't.
Nina, I'm looking so forward to hearing you read this. You've got one out of a voice for the story. I can't wait till this comes up. You are amazing.
Don't laugh, he's not funny.
Is that what you want me to tell them?
No. You're reading the story.
They'll never believe that. There's no way I can sell that to them.
You're reading the story.
No.
What time are you doing it? 7 o'clock?
No, 8 o'clock. I've
8.
got to go and work hard at the gym with Jack first after school. Then I gotta get back, get my bike and get down here and get the story set. So it'll be 8 o'clock, yeah? Okay. 8 p.m. our time, yeah?
All right. So if anybody wants to listen to a story, it's a children's story, but it's lovely. It's a really, really sweet little story. If you just want a bit of chill out time, then John will be reading at 8 o'clock.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Your Dragon. I Crested a Cow. They're absolutely fantastic set of books. They really are.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So
yeah.
Nina's introduced me to this. And
yeah, so blame me.
Any problems when the story's over, guys, just send your dragon around. I'll train it for you.
Yeah, no references to dragons and me either.
Thank you. Gonna bring you to places you've never even dreamed of.
And names that are amazing. The names are just amazing.
That will leave you staggered.
Seriously, guys, if you just want a half an hour or an hour of chilling out and a laugh, tune in tomorrow evening because the story's brilliant. It really is.
Brilliant. It is an absolutely brilliant story.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, do that. But yeah, no, thank you, everybody who supports the show. As I say, over 200 followers on the show page already. Obviously, an awful lot more than that because each of the shows gets a minimum of 300-400 views. Some of them have gone 500-600. So yeah, we're very, very grateful for all your support and the fact that you turn up every week.
Yes, exactly. The support is absolutely fantastic, and that's what keeps growth. Yeah. And Ed Clinton. is clapping there. So I think Ed is going to be here for the story tomorrow evening. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, I just love sitting down and just reading stuff, and it's just an enjoyment.
Yeah. We need to be children for a little while sometimes, don't we?
Of
And
course we do. It does us the world of good.
just forget that we're adults every now and then.
Yeah. We need to, because I think that's what kills us, really, isn't it? Being the adult.
Yeah. Work sometimes, isn't it? Very hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Well,
looking
but like we said, we've had a night of pure, beautiful poetry. We've had a night of great interaction on the feed, on the screen itself.
people commenting.
And
Yeah, that's getting better and better, isn't it?
yeah, and
Yeah.
we have new people in the community to meet new people, and again, that is a great growth in itself.
Yeah. And again, a huge thank you to Mike for coming on and sharing his
Yes.
story. I don't know how he did that. I mean, hats off to him. What an incredible man. Huge thanks to him for being able to do that and for being willing to do that.
So we said it the other day, didn't we? In life, there is a time and there is a place. Maybe tonight was the place and the time was just right.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope he's got something from it as well, because I think we certainly have, and I'm sure the audience have as well. So yeah, amazing.
I think there was a lot in there for everybody, Nina. Yeah, absolutely a lot for everybody.
Yeah.
Right,
Right,
Nina, thank you for all you do in the background, because you do so much work in the background
you're welcome.
of this show. And again, thank you to Christine, Charlotte, and Myrna.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I lost Myrna earlier. Now that's broke me heart. That as her connection was gone. I thought it was mine had phased out. It wasn't.
Doesn't
Because
it?
mine was still going, as people said. I was still there.
Yeah.
Myrna's one fizzled out on us. But again, Myrna will be back with us next week, as she does be each week.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you'll be back next week, Christine.
I'll think about it.
Charlotte. Don't think too long. I mean, I'll read your stuff anyway. It doesn't matter whether you come or not. You're gonna get me wound up anyway, aren't you? Really? You'll hide and pretend you can't be contacted.
I do try my best.
Just in case I bring you in at the wrong time.
Half the time you can't find me.
I can see you there. It just doesn't give me the ad.
It's because I'm in ghost. I'm trying to hide from you.
Yeah, you're in ghost mode. I knew there was something to it. But I want to say thank you to everybody who's been on the screen tonight with us. Everybody's come in to listen and interconnected with everybody else. Have a beautiful week ahead. And Mike, good luck in the future. And I will have a chat with you very soon. Won't be today, but very soon I'll have a chat with you and make organise a show that's just you and I. Yeah. Nina, thanks a million again. Millions of thanks to Andy for what he does for us. He's an absolutely wonderful lad. Thank you so much, Andy.
He's a keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, definitely.
The TLO technical department.
Yeah, that's it, Andy. Put kettle on. Give Nina a cup of tea. She's done brilliant tonight.
Gasping.
Look, the woman is spitting feathers, man.
And then spitting blood.
Shark bite.
Sharp bite. All right, lovely.
Nina, have a great week. And
Thanks, darling. You too.
I'll catch you tomorrow
everybody.
or so. And good night, God bless to you. Have a great week ahead. Enjoy.
Take care, lovely.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Love you to bits. Have fun.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. What can I say, guys? Nina Thilo. Oh, the left hand and the right hand of this whole thing that we put together. She's a wonderful lady, absolutely wonderful lady. And hello, Keith Forsyth. All I've got left to do now is say goodnight to each and every one of you. And thank you all for being here tonight and making it so special for us celebrating the 200 member mark. We'll have a celebration every time it goes up 100, and we'll find different things to do. But don't forget, your input is very important to us. So don't fear sending us something that you think you would like to have on the show. Like we've said before, this is your show. We're just here to bring it to you. Have a wonderful week ahead, everybody, and I hope everybody is safe. Good night and God bless all. Love each and every one of you. Love you, Marna. Love you, Diane. Have a wonderful week ahead, you two ladies. And I will see you all here next Sunday, same time, 6:30. Good night, Keith, and thank you so much for coming in. See you next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Ina, thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful way you've interacted with everybody here tonight. It is absolutely fantastic. Bye-bye, David Wagner, and thank you for being here tonight. See you all next Sunday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Christine. Bye.